Hey, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for round two. I'm down to do what it takes to make you understand I'm the candy man. I'm melting your mouth, not in your hands. Yes, I did a ramification of the 1800s, man. Everybody stay put. We're getting ready for the wrong game that I have up. Goodness gracious. You know, it's great when you say you only have one job and you can't get the right job up. It's amazing. Absolutely. I would fire me if I got a chance right now. All right, 4 o'clock kickoff right now. Cincinnati Dukes, Capital City Seahawks. Getting ready for the coin toss. It's going to come to you in just a minute because I've got to do something to make sure something's not working correctly. I'll bring in my 2 announcers here shortly. All right, here we go. Getting ready for some fun action here from George Pierce Park. Alex Schaefer, Craig Chapman. Gentlemen, how y'all doing?
Doing great, Bo. How are you?
Hey, buddy. It's all good in the hood at this point, brother. Let's get going. We got some live action here ready for the kickoffs. Let's get the sights and sounds of the game.
Yep, and like you said, welcome into game number 2 of the 7th annual Dirty Bowl. Broadcast to you live here on the Score 58 Network. Our matchup today, as Bo talked about, we've got the Cincinnati Dukes taking on the Capital City Seahawks. As you said, I'm Alex Schaefer, joined by Craig Chapman. We're going to bring you live coverage of today's game here from George Pierce Park in Sewanee, Georgia. It's game 2 of the 7th annual Dirty Bowl. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm doing really good. I mean, just like we always talk about, anytime you get to do something like this, hey, what could be better?
I mean, we're getting to call football in January, and it's a good day to be a football fan. Got some good football action in the NFL tonight. Got the national championship coming up in a couple of days. Got some great semi-pro action here today. We already had a nice game earlier today, and we're capping off the Dirty Bowl today with the Cincinnati Dukes taking on the Capital City Seahawks. And Coach, I like those jerseys for, I believe it's the Seahawks there on the right. And navy blue with kind of the lime green and the silver is really nice. I like the all whites with the royal blue there almost on the left there as well for the Cincinnati Dukes. I was expecting a little bit of a darker blue given their logo there, but it looks sharp anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we've had pretty good uniform games today.
We have.
Hadn't been bad at all.
Hasn't been hard to see numbers.
Well,
there's
it
always
is
a
for me
broadcaster
because my eyes aren't working right now, so it is what it is.
You got to lay off the sodas, Coach.
I have. Cut out all sugar. Everything I drink is 0 sugar now, except for the world's greatest drink, which is Diet Cran grape juice, and that was said with much sarcasm.
Anything with crayon in it it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Anything
with
with
a hard pass.
Anything with diet in it used to be a no. Now my whole life consists of it. So it is what it is.
Cranberry juice is disgusting. I'm thoroughly convinced that no one actually likes cranberry juice. Anyone who says they do, no, they're lying. Because you ever hear somebody who likes cranberry juice? They're like, yeah, I love it. You just mix it with like some fruit punch and some other stuff and some other stuff and some other stuff, and you can barely even taste the cranberry. It's like, well, then you don't like cranberry juice.
It's always the starting point.
Anyway, I want to thank you for joining us here at the Score 58 Network. Want to give a quick shout out to our entire crew, everybody on site down there at George Pierce Park. They're real magicians. They make the magic happen. We're just the voice jockeys out here. You're going to be listening to us, possibly seeing us a little bit later, maybe through the magic of green screen technology and all that fancy nonsense. But, I'm really looking forward to this matchup here today. And, we talked about it in the early game. What's on the line today is an opportunity to go down to Miami and play in the Sunshine Bowl National Championship on February 18th or 19th. And the winner from the first game was the Indiana Firehawks. Congratulations to them, winning 30-6, punched their ticket. And we're going to find out tonight who our next team that goes on to the Sunshine Bowl is going to be. It's going to be either the Cincinnati Dukes or the Capital City Seahawks. Coach, tell me a little bit about this Capital City Seahawks team.
This past season, the Capital City Seahawks In the Major League Football Elite, the Seahawks finished with a 12-3 record. Runner-up to the Brooklyn Seminoles. This is the 4th time the Seahawks have appeared in the Dirty Bowl. However, this is their first appearance since 2018. They are 3-0 in Dirty Bowl games, defeating the Alabama SaberCats 44-6 in 2015, the Georgia Cardinals 28-6 in 2016, and the Jacksonville Blackhawks 32-0 in 2018. With national aspirations still in their forefront, the Seahawks are looking to overtake the Dukes at the Dirty Bowl for their 7th national appearance.
Yep, and then on the flip side, we've got the Dukes who come into the game with a 10-2-1 record. It's second place in the Blue Collar Football League. And last year, the Dukes appeared in the Dirty Bowl only to lose and become runners-up in the tournament. And so they're looking to overcome that hurdle and win to escape that same fate that they faced last year and go on to Miami and make that Sunshine Bowl appearance. And, you know, we don't know who exactly they're going to face in the Sunshine Bowl, the winner of this game. We've got the selection show coming up at the conclusion of this game, so you're not going to want to miss that. It's the post-game show for this game here, and they're going to talk all about the selection process, determining what teams are going to be in the Sunshine Bowl. That's all going to be coming up at roughly 7 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Hawaiian. I believe that is I believe that is about midnight in the UK. You know, and for anybody watching all over the world, that's the beauty of the internet, Coach. You know, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, Instagram, Twitter, Tout, TikTok, you know, wherever you find us. And so you can watch us anywhere in the world, you know, whether you're in Atlanta, Georgia, or Abu Dhabi, you can find us. And so that selection show coming up at the conclusion of this game is not going to be something you're going to want to miss. We appear to have the Seahawks who are going to be kicking off to start things off. So we're going to get our first look at the Cincinnati Dukes offense to open this one up. Perfect weather out there at George Pierce Park.
The late afternoon shadows rolling in.
I know as a baseball guy, you know all too well about how the shadows can mess with the game, but doesn't really affect football too much in the same way. I mean, at times you could be maybe looking into the sun a little bit on a catch or something like that, but for the most part, the shadows and lights don't play havoc as much as baseball in the game of baseball. But here we go, underway here. Seahawks about to kick off, and the kick is away. Bobbled return. Going to try to get the sideline, and they do. That's where they're going to be tackled down. Well covered by the Seahawks. And we're going to have our first look at the Cincy Dukes coming out here on offense.
Getting some post-kickoff stretching in right now.
There you go. That's number 55, Kendrick Jones. Yeah, stretch is important. Yeah, I used to always tell my guys they wouldn't take stretches seriously at the beginning of practice and games and everything. You know, I always just go through the motions. But I said, you know, I had a kid who played 4 years. He was a 3-year starter DB, and he never once had an injury. And I think a big reason why is because he took his stretches really seriously in pregame and pre-practice and never was injured. And I mean, it's something that if you take it seriously, it's not a waste of time. But if you joke around with it, then you are just wasting time. But anyway, 1st and 10 for the Cincinnati Dukes. Quarterback number 1, Kimani Murray makes the pass out to number 8. That is Justin Cornwell.
Looked like about a gain of 6. Bring up 2nd down and 4.
Nice, easy pass and catch there. Completion out to the edges to get things going. Gotta love the sounds of the show.
Absolutely. My statement on the stretching thing is we didn't stretch ever. We did it before the game just so everybody would see us stretch. But at practice, we never stretched. And our coach's statement was, you ever see a dog stretch when he takes off running? And so that was a waste of time at our practice.
Well, we're going to get a pass on second down.
Getting it out quick. Nice throw and catch.
Again by Cornwell. So seems early that is going to be their go-to target. Justin Cornwell of the Cincy Dukes. Quarterback Kamani Murray finding him on consecutive plays. Gives them a fresh set of downs.
First down right there. And I like the plan. Get the ball out, get it out quick, take what they're giving you. You know, they're going to play off. Everybody's kind of filling everybody out on the first couple of series. So you're going to take what the defense gives you.
Yeah.
And you know, scratch where it itches. If they're going to play off, take what they give you.
We got Cornwell in the slot now here up to the top in the boundary. Handoff is going to go to number 9, Brent Robinson.
Gain of about 3. It'll bring up second down and 7.
Tackle made by number 14 for the Seahawks, Vic Hall.
Right now, pretty impressed with the Dukes. You know, come in with a very defined plan on what they want to do, keeping them spread, which is the way I like for things to be, because I like to have the least amount of people possible inside the tackle box.
Yeah. And Coach, offensively as a play caller, did you have a script coming into the opening drive where you were going to stick with the first 4, 5, 6, however many plays? What was that number for you? And you know, what was that process like for you?
I had 15 plays that I scripted throughout the week that were 15 plays that I thought would be very successful. But wow, nice job of playing the jet right there.
Yep, number 4 on the attempt, Austin Murphy, but goes nowhere.
Bring up 3rd and 7. But to answer your question, there were 15 plays that it was kind of a script. But what I like to do is script first down plays. So you're not getting the same play every first down.
Right.
So you may get inside zone on the first play of the game, or you may get a deep shot on the first play of the game. But when we get the first down, then we want to be in something different. So it may be empty on one first down, tight end 3 receivers on another first down, doubles, 2 tight ends, 2 flankers on a first down. Just want to see give you as many looks, so you can't dial in on first down's always a run or first down's always a pass. And then, you know, you play off of that. Down and distance dictates it most of the time. You know, to say that you go through 15-play script, you know, I don't know how many people actually can stick to the script.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 7 right here. Pressure.
Oh, and looked like some miscommunication there.
Yep.
Looked like Murray was thinking that it was going to be a hitch on the outside, but instead he just continued running the streak.
We had the inside hitch route right there that curled up that he could have given it to, you know, and that would have made this down and distance a much different play call. So, I mean, if you're looking at this from a perspective, you know, we obviously haven't had a chance to watch either of these teams play, so we're not very, you know, at this point knowledgeable of their special teams. So, but it looks like, you know, they're playing off a lot.
A lot of cushion there for Cornwell in the slot.
Either the quarterback forgot the snap count or everybody else did, because he was moving expecting the ball right there.
Yeah. So after the false start, it's going to make it probably about a 4th and 8 or 9 or so. You imagine they were under 5 yards to go if they were going to try and get them to jump. Trips formation now to the top of the screen. Murray in the pistol. Drops back, quick shot down the sideline, caught, knocked out of bounds. And that's going to be a first down.
I mean, what a nice throw and catch right there.
Got the one out there to number 2, it looks like. That is Darian Brown, the receiver. And a big 4th down conversion here early for the Dukes.
So there will be 1st and 10. Ball is at the 46-yard line.
Pro rules that we're playing with here, if you're just joining us and you didn't catch the first game, it is pro rules, both feet in, timeouts, time stops on, out of bounds when you're under 5 minutes, but not on first downs like in college. And we do have college overtime rules for this game, though, if we get to that point.
And I'll say I'm going to give a kudos to the officiating crew. They kept that first game moving pretty good.
Yep. Handoff now, inside run.
Marked him down. It'll be a gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Ball carrier on that one was number 23 for Cincy, Allen Royal, senior.
Ball ended up in a Seahawks player's hand.
Yep.
And they were instructing Mr. Royal to cover the football up. So when you get, nice job of going after the football right there by the Seahawks once they had the running back held up and stopped. Something to pay attention to later on in the game.
Trips to the field. Cornwell in the slot, number 2 receiver. Murray rolls right, looking to the sideline.
Nice
Caught.
throw.
And there is Darian Brown again. So early on, we've seen Darian Brown and Justin Cornwell both come up big in key situations for them in the receiving game. And you get the feeling like Murray has just complete faith in his weapons on the edges.
Well, he lets the ball go. I mean, that's one of the things that you notice early on in this game. He's not back there, making a whole lot of life decisions. It's get to the top of my drop and let it rip.
Yep.
And, that tells me that they've put in a lot of time to get the timing right in the passing game, which if you can throw the ball on time, you can eliminate pass rush.
Yep.
And that's what everybody talks about. Now, if they're going to play off and keep giving you this cushion, that's going to make it easier. But 1st and 10 right here, ball is at the 28-yard line.
Cornwell to the right, Murphy in the backfield. Takes the handoff and is swarmed immediately. That is number 55 for Capital City, Kendrick Jones. So that stretching seems to have paid off.
Good point. Loss of 3 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 13. So, it looked like there was an opening there off the left side, about the left, right inside the left B gap, but nice play right there. And, you look at how this is unfolding, it looks like, the Duke's going to have to throw that thing and keep it in the air.
Absolutely.
2nd down and long right here.
Quick throw on the screen. Got Cornwell.
They're going to call holding.
And Cornwell knew it. You can see he almost stopped running because he just almost like he thought, play's over because it's a hold. Oh, no, wait, that's right. They can still tackle me.
Watch the guys in the NFL when they pick off a pass or something and they know that there was an illegal block and they just run out of bounds.
Yeah.
Not going to waste my energy running all the way to the end zone.
Yeah.
So that'll make it 2nd down and about 20 yards to go, 21 yards to go.
20 yards to go for the first down. And right now the Capital City defense is hoping for Cincy to be sedated on this drive, which has looked really good for the Dukes right up until that holding penalty really backed them up.
One of the things that you've noticed about Cincinnati right now is they'll throw the ball to the outside part of the field. Right into the zone. Nice job.
And they get a lot of those yards
yes,
back.
Yes, they do.
As you can see there, Facebook comment section going wild for us here on the game.
Oh, man. Wish my eyes were better so I could read that.
Love the interaction there that we get from the Facebook world. And we've got a timeout here. Timeout called by Cincinnati. That's the first of the quarter. And with that, we, of course, want to give a shout-out to our sponsors. Capital City Design Sports and Apparel is a sportswear company in Fort Washington, Maryland. They offer great quality products and great customer service to include designs for the lowest prices around. Everything is fully custom and designed uniquely for each customer. They will work within your budget to cover all your sports and apparel needs. They offer customized apparel such as football uniforms, track suits, polo shirts, compression shirts, and many other apparel items to supply your team. Capital City Design Sports and Apparel, bringing quality and affordability to the game. We're also sponsored by HMG Sports Marketing. HMG Sports Marketing is the sports marketing division of the Hannah Marketing Group, which specializes in sports and entertainment throughout the globe. I want to thank all of our sponsors, of course, here at the Score 58 Network. I want to thank you for joining us wherever you're joining us from. YouTube, Facebook, the Score 58 website, YouTube, Vimeo, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
So, yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
3rd and 7 right here for the Dukes. Nice job of getting.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And there's your first turnover of the game.
Number 14 for the Seahawks. That is Vic Hall. Once again, had the big play earlier on, and now with the fumble recovery, just, you know, Coach, we talked about it in the first game and didn't see it. The quarterback-center exchange is never an automatic. It was automatic in the first game, and right now it was automatic up until that point. Snap just a little bit off center. Quarterback couldn't handle it, and
looked like
Vic Hall right there, Johnny, on the spot.
Looked like he might have snapped it before the quarterback was ready.
I think so.
And my thought was when they re-huddled up there, my thought was maybe they're changing the snap count, see if they can get somebody to jump to make that 3rd and 7 a 3rd and 2. But now you get 1st and 10 right here for Capital City.
And it's going to be our first look at the Capital City Seahawks offense. And so right on cue, that's, you know, we talked about it before. You call timeouts in the first half expendable, in the second half they're gold. And when you get a good timeout, it can be worth its weight in gold in the first half, even if it's not something that's used to preserve time at the end of the half. But that right there, as the Dukes call timeout to try and get things rallied up and then immediately turn the ball over, that's just a double whammy.
Yes.
Of you lost your timeout and you lost possession.
Normally what happens right there as we see how this penalty is decided, they're going to get the encroachment. We'll be at 1st and 5. I think the ball is at the 45-yard line.
Quarterback Michael Wilson getting them to jump there on the hard count.
Of the Seahawks. But normally when you call timeout as a coach, you've seen something and you have a play that you want to go to. And then when that happens, it's, you know, it's very, I'll just say this, it will lead to a lot of colorful conversations on the sideline.
Ball batted down. Big number 99, Dominic Raven for Cincinnati.
They went right back to the play they were going to run the first play of the game, that hitch route, and Mr. Raven was having none of it.
Yeah, it wasn't out of a timeout, but it was out of a break. I remember one year we were playing against Noonan, and it was turning from first to second quarter. We had just rattled off a big, like, 40-yard run. We were sitting at about just past midfield, feeling good. Second quarter rolls around. First play of the second quarter, snap was high. Quarterback went up to get it, and as he brought it back down for the handoff, hit it right off the helmet of the running back, who was, you know, a little bit out of position because of the timing. Bounced off the helmet, up into the arms of the defensive end for a scoop and score. So it was It was it was an unfortunate turn of events there for us in that one. It's not exactly what you're expecting offensively coming out of a break, whether that's a timeout or a quarter change. But well, that's the way cookie crumbles sometimes with that quarterback center snap exchange.
Third down, going to be third and about 5, as it looks like.
You like how I physically demonstrated the whole of that going up to get it, even though no one can see us.
Got him again.
Free play here.
Nice job of the defense to attack that.
Pass caught by number 87, Jarvia Flowers.
Should be offsides right here. And it'll be a first down and 10. So it'll be first and 10. Looks like the ball is going to be at the 49-yard line of the Dukes. And so far right now, Capital City's best play has been getting the Dukes to jump off sides. Got trips to the left right here. There's a snap, inside give. Not a bad carry through the hole right there. Gain of about 4 will bring up second down and 6. Ball's at the 45 of Cincinnati. It's like a 4-3 look on defense. Nice job right there. Nice play. Great job by the nose tackle right there. Going to bring up third down and about 8. So the second third down. Of this drive right here. You hear everybody on defense saying, watch the ball. False start on Capital City is going to back them up to 3rd and 13.
And so after the penalty, it'll remain third down. I think number 99, B.I.B.J. Bo'Leary, the center for Capital City. Very nearly intercepted there. Quarterback Michael Wilson trying to get it out to receiver 82, Keto Wilson on the quick out, but very well defended.
Number 24 on the defense right there, that's Nick Johnson. And that's a dangerous throw right there.
It really is. It's a longer throw than people think.
And not only that, but the running back for Capital City right there in pass protection backed up underneath the quarterback's plant foot, so he couldn't really step and put anything on that throw.
Yeah.
That is the end of the first quarter.
Yep, and so as things tick over into the second quarter, I want to talk a little bit about our first game here. The Baltimore United took on the Indiana Firehawks. The Firehawks come away with a 30-6 victory, punching their ticket to the to the Sunshine Bowl. As you can see, a couple of standout plays, highlight plays from the first game. We got Kendall Williams there, the receiver, making a couple of really nice catches. And the player of the game for us, number 7, Stephen Brown, quarterback for Indy, with just an absolute dime on the run. Look at this catch. Oh, didn't see it, but this one was just as impressive. Over the head of the safety, caught by Williams once again, and outruns a couple of defenders into the end zone. That was the icer right there. Put it away, and this one was really all she wrote there on the 2-point attempt.
Yeah, that play right there, the one that's on the screen, that was the play that got them started. That was the first down of the game after they had a 3-and-out in their first drive. And once they got after that, got out of that 3-and-out, the only other time that they really struggled on offense was when they turned it over. I think that there was a miscommunication in the route because other than that one throw, just an outstanding display by Indiana's quarterback.
Yeah. Yep, and we did get confirmation that he had been hurt at one point in the game. He came back in for one play, that play over the head of the safety, and threw a strike even though he was hurt. But, don't know his full status. Hopefully he will be good to go for the Sunshine Bowl. Navigating the pocket but unable to get that pass up and complete there was Wilson.
So turnover on downs after that 4th and 13 attempt. And so Cincy will be back on offense right here and had a pretty, I'd think, a pretty efficient first drive until the bad snap.
Yep.
And now they're on a short field.
We'll see what the Capital City defense can do here with their second offensive possession, second opportunity. Again, want to thank everybody for engaging with us on Facebook, sharing your comments about the game and the broadcast and all of that good stuff. Thank you for being out there and joining us here for the Score 58 Network. For everybody on the team, Bo McMichael, the fire marshal, Craig Chapman, everybody on site, everybody, Jennifer and Cedric here doing fancy things with a computer. Another strike. Oh!
Hello.
Wow.
Nice.
So that was very nearly another quick first down conversion there, but a great play on defense to knock that one loose and very nearly intercepted.
I think that was number 2, Lawrence Miller, the free safety that came in and lowered the boom and just, separated receiver from football right there.
And Miller is a monster. He's huge.
I was wondering if I was the only one that was looking at this guy thinking, that guy plays free safety?
He is a monster. That is an enormous human being. Either that or everybody else is really small, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah. Oh, wow. Ball up in the air, caught. So that would be pass complete from Kamani Murray to Kamani Murray.
And a gain of 2.
That's right.
So we're going to talk about this. It's going to go, what would have been 3rd and 10 is now going to be 3rd and 8.
Not every day you have a completion to yourself.
But you're starting to see Capital City now is in the first drive, a lot of cushion, playing off, giving up underneath routes. In this drive,
much more aggressive underneath and trying to take away the quick game.
So now the answer to that is get over the top. And you think that you probably have enough time. They're getting the ball in our hands really quickly, but you got single coverage at the top of the screen right here.
No safety.
Now
okay, there we go.
Good job on the disguise.
Quick screen.
Hello.
Oh! Number 6, Marcus Hodges was first in there on first contact.
It's going to bring up 4th down and about 12 after that.
A nice play there from Brent Robinson to avoid the first contact, stay up after it, because he took a shot on that first contact.
But Nate, what we're talking about, that was a give-me throw in the first drive. And now Capital City has decided that, okay, everything that they're doing so far is 1-2-3 throw or one throw. So we're going to have to make them change what they want to do game plan-wise, and we're going to have to press up a little bit and make them throw the football down the field.
Yeah.
And if we do that, we give our pass rush now a chance to get to it. And here's the second timeout of the game for the Dukes.
Yeah, and it didn't go well for them the last time they called a timeout. But want to, of course, remind everybody, are you a huge sports fan? Are you handy with a camera? Would you like to attend sporting events for free? Well, join the Score 58 Network team. We're currently looking for videographers as well as play-by-play announcers to join our team. Cover high school, semi-pro, and even Little League sports. If you're interested, fill out an application on our website, score-sports.com. Click on the Join the Team tab and fill out an application there. And as you can see there, don't go anywhere after the conclusion of this game. We have the selection show coming up for you roughly about 7 o'clock Eastern time. After this game is over, they're going to be talking all things Sunshine Bowl. And we already know one team that's going to be in. The Indiana Firehawks have already punched their ticket. We don't know who they're going to be facing, but the Cincinnati Dukes and the Capital City Seahawks are now playing for the final spot in the Sunshine Bowl as far as the Dirty Bowl is considered. 7th annual Dirty Bowl. 2 games emanating from George Pierce Park in Sewanee, Georgia.
I'm still trying to get past, that thing about looking for announcers. Are we getting fired on air?
Well, you're a busy man, Coach. You're not always available.
It's about to get busier. So.
Not yet, gentlemen. Y'all hang in there. I'm listening to you, brother. I'm just trying to multitask. Alex and Craig on the Score 58 Network. We got some great Facebook tweets. They said somebody even offered we should get fired on the air because we're horrible. But, it is on this part. But what's interesting is you got the Dukes playing the Seahawks. It's definitely a different style of game than the first one. So talk to me a little bit about just the comparison between the first and the second game right here heading into the second quarter. We've been able to see a full quarter of the Hawks versus the Dukes. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, it feels like it's much more evenly matched this game than the first one.
Okay.
We had the Firehawks who –
and we get to talk to them at halftime, the head coach and the owner at halftime. Stay with us at halftime. We're bringing in the Firehawks, and then we're going to drill the 2 announcers in a positive way, not a negative way. I didn't say screw. I said drill. So it's a difference. And as Jennifer and Cedric just shook their head. But talk to me about the difference between the 2.
The difference between drill and screw or the 2 teams?
I love you, brother. I do want to mute you right now and rename you. The 2 teams, brother. I appreciate your honesty, man. The more I bring you into it, Craig, this is our fault. Alex at one point was so professional that we could not get him to unloosen his tie, and now he is wearing a tank top. Ladies and gentlemen, he is wearing a tank top. He has let everything just like, oh, really? You're going to say that, and I'm not going to respond to that? Oh, I'm loosening some things up right now. But right now, between Capital City and the Dukes right now, what is the deciding factor? Because you're saying it's equally matched up. Tell me about the deciding factor between these 2 teams.
Well, one of the things is that as of right now, that we haven't seen the same playmaking from the quarterback position in this game. It's been a pocket game. We haven't seen anybody extend a play yet or anything like that. And I would say right now that the defensive adjustments from both sides have been series to series, if not play to play, whereas I think it took a little bit longer in that opening game for that to happen.
All right, so I'm going to put a pin nail right there. And I'm going to talk about the Seahawks quarterback, number 5. Okay? I mean, is he from Kentucky? Because that's what he reminds me of, right, man. Okay, he got some calves that are bigger than my arms, and I mean, he a big boy. Rather than he can launch the ball right now, what are we talking about his capabilities? He's not a scrambler, he's a passer, correct?
Well, I mean, we just haven't seen him scramble yet, so we don't know. We've only seen, a handful of plays. So that we just hadn't seen that yet. So you can't really form anything right now. But right now, everything's been really kind of intermediate, and I don't think Their front has played as well.
He got that one. And once again, the NFL rules, did he say it's a catch?
It bounced.
You know what? That should count if it bounces, gentlemen. I don't understand these rules.
I'm trying to teach my guys about bounce pass the whole year. So.
Listen to you, basketball coach. All right. Alex, talk to me about what does the Dukes have to do to really change the focus of the game?
Well, they have to readjust now that Capital City has adjusted to what they were doing defensively. They had a really nice first drive that ended with the turnover, but they were moving the ball well. Capital City then adjusted defensively and seemed to take away what it was they were trying to do as we get a nice first down play here from Capital City. But now it's up to the Dukes to kind of answer the answer where now Capital City is taking away their first option. They got to go to their second and see what else they have in their bag of tricks.
One thing that I see interesting about both games is they have not gone in the whole hurry-up mode. They have really 15-minute quarters. They have done their darndest to make sure that they're using all part of the clock. Hey, props to Jennifer Colbert running the artwork right now, being able to give names to that. That's just awesome. We got Cedric Pugh on the score. We got 4 camera operators on site with a producer. And Swanee, Georgia. I'm Bo McMichael with
Hello.
Alex Schaefer and Craig Chapman. Number 18 from the Dukes said, "You shall not pass."
That was Howard Tidwell Jr.
All right.
The play before that on the throw, that was the first time we'd seen Wilson kind of move and extend the play and throw the best ball he's thrown the whole game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in answering the question, I would say right now that the Dukes offense is based more on timing.
Okay.
And it looks like Capital City wants to try and run the thing to set up RPOs, play actions. They just tried to throw the bubble screen off, zone fake. So, you get kind of two contrasting styles right here.
All right, well, gentlemen, I'll let you take it away here. I'll see you back at halftime where we can do some interviews between the head coach and the owner of the Indiana Firehawks. And take care. Other than the drill and the screw, y'all have a great second quarter.
Mark Maddox there with the pressure on Wilson, and Wilson hit as he threw, so an incomplete pass there as that one was kind of thrown just into the ground as he was hit on it.
Bring up third down and long right here. So, if you're Capital City, one of the things that you're noticing right now is that they've collapsed they're pretty quick to get to the edges when you're talking about the Dukes. So they're getting a good wide outside pass rush, and they're not really vacating the middle of the field. So you're going to have to run some routes where receivers change spots.
Well, this is an interesting defensive alignment here. There's nobody on the right side of the defensive line. Did he catch that?
No.
No, incomplete.
And it'll bring up fourth down. But, I mean, if right now everything in the passing game looks to be, either a screen or something, to the outside. We haven't really seen anything over the middle of the field yet. We haven't seen a slant or anything like that. So, right now there's it's basically inside run or, a stop route or a hook. So it'll be interesting to see how Capital City changes as this goes along.
Wilson looking down the field, taking a shot. Oh, very well defended. Very nearly got it to his intended receiver. That's number 15, Malik Woods, who stepped in front of it and batted that one away, forcing the turnover on downs, trying to get it to number 87, Jarvia Flowers, but just unable to get it. And that was a nice throw, but just a great play made by the corner, making up, getting back underneath it and swatting it away. And he was fortunate to get in the way of that one because you undercut a ball like that, it's 6 if you miss.
Yeah,
but he did not. So,
and the thing about it is that I think that we saw right there from Wilson that he's starting to settle in a little bit.
Yep.
Now, I know that a lot of those throws were low, but they had to be low. because he was keeping it away from the defender. That wasn't the perfect throw, but you know, it could have gotten a little help by the receiver coming back to the ball right there. So 1st and 10 right here for the Dukes.
Murray hands it off. Looking for the edge, got some room. That's number 46, Leandre Dean on the carry.
Dean's going to pick up 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
And Dean is a load back there running that ball, and he is looking for contact.
That's their best running play of the day.
Yeah.
And this game is kind of following. It's not the same game, but there's a similar script. Once Indiana started to be able to run the football, that game was over.
Yeah.
Because it opened up the rest of their playbook. And if Cincinnati can start running the football, couple that with their time and passing game, it's going to be tough to defend.
Yep. Handoff goes nowhere. Right away.
That's number 55 again.
Kendrick Jones.
Kendrick Jones has made the 2 biggest plays of this first half for the Capital City defense.
He has, and he is making you a liar there, Coach. Stretching is important.
Absolutely. Why would I ever say anything other than that? 3rd and 4 right here after the loss of 2. And, you know, if you look at the way this has gone, neither team has been able to run the ball inside.
No.
And, you know, I think there's a point where you have to do that to keep teams honest, but you're going to just keep ramming your head into the proverbial brick wall.
Murray takes the snap. And well defended there. Looked like a bit of a timing route on that seam where he just threw it to the spot where he trusted his receiver was going to be, but a nice jam off the line disrupted that timing, and so Darian Brown was not able to get to the spot.
And we've played the last quarter of this football game in the same spot of the field.
Yeah.
This will be an interesting call because the free release routes that they had in the opening drive are not there.
Right, and another interesting thing about this is how quickly this game is flying by. This is only the 3rd possession that the Dukes have had, and we're pretty deep into the 2nd quarter.
You're going to get trips right here. Play clock's down under 10.
Dean back in the backfield again. Oh, hit as he threw.
And
fortunate for that one to go where it went, because that was a pick 6 waiting to happen if he got a little bit more on that one. So kind of a feast and famine there on that sack. Yeah, hit as he threw, disrupted the pass, but disrupted it enough that it wasn't a disaster.
And give credit to Capital City, their defense and their coaching staff, because right now their offense is yet to find its footing, but their defense, after that initial drive where it was kind of,
10 plays, 61 yards.
It was kind of, we're going to give you this and we're going to bend but not break. Since then, there's been no bend.
No, not at all. 2 straight 3 and outs with turnovers on downs.
And I think the Lawrence Miller hit to start the 2nd drive kind of set the tone for the way their defense is playing now.
Yep. Wilson back at quarterback for the Capital City Seahawks. Their 3rd drive coming at us here, beginning in Cincinnati territory. Handoff to number 28, trying to get the edge, but Larry Graham has nowhere to run out there.
Gain of about 2, bring up 2nd down and 8.
Oh, I love a game like this. Defense is looking really good.
Yeah, I mean, you got to kind of keep you know, trying to figure out formations. How can you get, you know, give yourself an advantage? And formation in motion is the easiest way to do it. And if you've got anything that's a little bit different, then, you know, doubles or trips. Like if you line up with a tight end trips look right here, you know, that gives them another surface to look at up front, and it may give you an advantage by opening up a gap or something up front to run the ball into. So second and 8 right here.
Another quick strike. Got it to the receiver. Tackled down by a pair of defenders out there.
That's going to be close to a first down. Nice job on defense by the Dukes of understanding leverage, because that was a nice job of turning back inside and trying to find a way to split those two defenders, but you had one outside, one inside, and they both stood their ground. So right to the ball right here, a little tempo.
Wilson with another quick strike on the slant. Gets away from a couple tacklers, helped up by his teammate. And number 87, finally they get it to Jarvia Flowers, who ends up picking up the first down and more, getting them inside the score 58 red zone.
First slant of the game. And that was a really nice throw. And the tempo right now is giving, you know, Cincinnati a little trouble here as they are playing defense with their backs against the goal line.
This one's just out of the back of the end zone. First and goal from the 7. It's going to bring up second down and goal now from the 7-yard line. As time ticks down here in the second quarter, you got to feel like this is getting pretty close to the 2-minute warning.
And it's the first trip into the score 58 red zone this afternoon in this game.
It is, and it's the Seahawks will get the kick to open the second half.
Yes, they will.
And so obviously we don't know exactly how much time is left here in the second quarter, but just like we saw in the first game today, the Seahawks going to try and steal some points here, make it, take it.
We may be at the 2-minute warning right now.
Looks like possibly that's what's going on. Unless it's just a timeout from Cincinnati.
I never saw a signal that it was a timeout.
But anyway, while we have a little bit of time, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Capital City Design Sports and Apparel is a sportswear company in Fort Washington, Maryland. They offer great quality products and great customer service to include designs for the lowest prices around. Everything is fully custom and designed uniquely for each customer. They will work within your budget to cover all your sports and apparel needs. They offer customized apparel such as football uniforms, tracksuits, polo shirts, compression shirts, and many other apparel items to supply your team. Capital City Design Sports and Apparel, bringing quality and affordability to the game. So after the break of whatever kind that was, we will be at second and goal from the 7-yard line, maybe 8.
So loaded box right here, man coverage on the outside.
And Wilson, trying to escape, is going to get back to about the line of scrimmage, eventually taken down by number 52 for Cincinnati. Don't have a name for him.
This is an interesting, you know, play call right here. Now, you know, when you have cover 0 right there, a lot of times you want to find your best matchup and go fade. But the way they're playing it, it looks like everybody's on the same level. So if you just might happen to rub against a defender on a little switch release right here.
Oh, you mean cheat?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Third and goal from the 8. And they're going to go middle of the field for the slant. Waiting for a signal. And they're going to give it to him on the touchdown. They're going to confer on this one. the referee in the middle of the field had to duck to stay out of the way of that one, and they're going to say incomplete, which I think that's the right call. But the referee in the middle of the field, who was the one who would have made that call, he can't see it.
Because he had to
get out of the way.
You see on the replay there, it's really hard to see if he could get his hands up underneath that.
An excellent.
But I'm going to give him credit for selling it.
Yeah, an excellent try there. That was Daquan McCarter, in the intended receiver there.
And I'm going to go back to the same play.
I would. 4th and goal. And with the way that these defenses have been playing today, you feel like points are going to be at a premium. And this very well could be the game as we get a timeout here for Capital City. I mean, obviously you don't think about a game being decided this early, but
so
the way defenses has been today, it very well could be.
It's one of those things where, at this point, when they're playing man coverage right here, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if they lined up like they just did and ran the back in motion and ran double slants to the motion side to pick and I'll go ahead and say it out, to pick that inside linebacker responsible for the motion, and then you walk into the end zone.
Yep.
And, I mean, that's just one of those things. They're doing this. This has got to be something. You're about to get heated up. I mean, it's 4th and goal. They're not going to sit back and play coverage.
Yep.
You wouldn't think. If I'm calling plays right here, I'm thinking that we're going to get 6. They're going to play man-to-man across the board, cover 0, and they're going to bring both inside linebackers. And the worst-case scenario is if they bring both inside linebackers and you flare the back, then the defensive end has to cover the back.
Yep, and want to thank everybody for their engagement on Facebook there. Mr. Turner there, we do have the selection show is going to start after this game concludes. It'll be roughly about 7 o'clock, we imagine. Although the rate that this one is going might be 6:30, 6:15. Oh.
Could be 5:30. I'm just being honest. Oh, wow.
That was a great job by Wilson right there.
those.
That was a great job by Wilson right there to be able to get the ball out while somebody's wrapped around your legs. You got an open receiver just, a little bit out of the reach.
Yep, Sammy Lyons, the intended receiver right there.
But what that did right there was it completely flipped the field.
Yeah.
So for the first time today, Cincinnati's going to have to go the length of the field.
Yeah.
And the way Capital City has been playing defense, I'd be really, really, really concerned and very conscious of what my play calls are right here, because there were a couple of throws last time that were very,
dangerous.
Very tight window throws is what we'll say. And the last thing you want to do is turn it over down here or throw a pick six when you could go to halftime in a 0-0 game. And I believe they think the same thing.
So they're going to take the knee.
And they're going to take it to halftime.
Yep, no timeout from Capital City. So that's going to take us to the half, where our score here in the 7th annual Dirty Bowl game number 2, 0-0. We are tied, Capital City Seahawks and the Cincinnati Dukes. We want to thank everybody for joining us here live from George Pierce Park in Sewanee, Georgia on the Score 58 Network. For Craig Chapman and Bo McMichael and the entire team, I'm Alex Schaefer. Don't go anywhere. We got some exciting stuff coming at halftime.
Don't go anywhere, man. What are you talking about? I mean, we're about to get down the dog diggity of this. I mean, I don't even know what the dog diggity is.
I don't even know what you're saying.
I appreciate both y'all questioning my dog diggity. I mean, right now. We're going to get this up and running here. Y'all can stand up. I don't know if I'll even get the green screen running tonight. As I'm dealing with two wonderful people next to my left here. I'm just glad y'all got Chick-fil-A. Yeah, amen. And have a blessed day. That's all I can say at this point. All right, let's see what we got going here. and see if they bring in what we need to. And we'll see if we have. We were looking to bring in the Indiana Firehawks owner and head coach, and if we can, and if not, no problem. We're going to bring in some fun in the sense of our stats for the game. Okay, first of all, the question I'm going to ask both of y'all right now is, what did you think of the first game?
The first game was.
I mean, I'm sorry.
First half?
First half. I apologize, man. I mean, I'm 7 knuckles deep at this point, brother. So look at you. Craig's moving his head. Don't do that, man. Just stay focused, brother. It's and both. Hey, Jennifer. All right, talk to me about the first half.
Well, I loved the first half because there was about 110 yards of total offense for combined.
The game started at 4:15, and it's halftime at 5:30.
Yeah, and it moved at a rapid pace.
It moved at a rapid pace. I love it.
And it was all based on the fact that both teams played exceptional defense. That we played about 3 series where the ball didn't get out of the 40 to 40 area.
Yeah, I mean the Dukes have 63 yards of total offense, and 61 of those came on the first drive, which ended with a fumble. They've had 3 drives since. I mean, technically only 2. One of them was, the kneel out and all that, but other than that first drive, really, and then this last drive from Capital City where they weren't able to finish, that's all the offense that there has been. Great defense on both sides, which is something that I love personally to see every time.
It's been fun to watch. I'm not going to lie to you. I think the adjustment period for both teams has been really good. I think Capital City's kind of found something on offense at the end of the first half, and it'll be interesting to see what this opening drive brings from both perspectives. What changes does Cincinnati make on defense, and what does Capital City add to kind of free them up to get into the end zone?
All right. Well, hey, we have our head coach. I'm taking this the head coach from the Firehawks. Indiana, are you on the line? Can you hear us?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to make you louder on that part. Hey, congratulations, Coach. I appreciate you doing that. And most importantly, everything gets you can hear us, man. Can you hear us okay, Coach?
Yeah. It cut out on me for a second.
But that's part of technology, man, especially when we're dealing with the world that we live in on this part. The answer is we got Marcus Marks, Coach Marks. Coach, congratulations. Great outcome.
Marcus is behind me.
So we're the owner, Coach.
Yeah, I'm the owner. Yeah, this is
All right. Well, it's okay. That's we can handle. We got Coach Ellis. And I mean, Coach, what do you coach on the team?
Yeah, so I help out with the special teams and then linebackers over there for us, and then I own the team, of course. I'm one of the owners.
Okay, well, wonderful, man. Talk to me a little bit about why you decided to say, hey, let's get all back into this right now, and let's play a little football in the month of December/January. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we finished our season out at 8-3. And we knew it wasn't done. We came up short on our own end a few times, and from the perspective, the guys wanted to get back out there. We felt like we left something on the field. And to have the opportunity to go out, and grit it out and get out there and go through a tournament, pool play and everything to try to get back in.
No, I definitely agree with you on that part. That's
where we should have been. We knew it. We have the talent. Definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely on that part. How is it to feel to run a semi-pro team? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, complicated.
I appreciate your candidness, man.
It's great. It feels good. I mean, it is. It is. It's typically semi-pro stuff, right? I mean, get guys to practice. You got guys that are out here, working regular jobs, doing those things. But at the same time, it's something I absolutely love to do. I mean, I've been around football. I've been doing it myself for coaching for well over almost 20 years now, and watching my kids go through it. So I enjoy it, and the fellas out there. It's just that I don't play no more, so the camaraderie back on the field. Yeah, I wanted to do it. It feels good to be out there, and good. I got good family support behind me at home with the kids and the wife. So yeah.
Well, that is a plus all by itself. Talk to me. How many years you played semi-pro?
So I played only did 4 because I tore my ankle up there. I was down with Evansville Raiders for a little while, and then I got up here and went to a camp with the Renegades, and I tore my ankle up. That was to do a little camp there, and then I just kind of stopped, and I went back and started coaching a little bit.
Okay.
And then I've been coaching youth football, running youth football for about, close to 17 years in Beech Grove, Indiana. And got some championships under there, but ain't nothing like being on the field with these grown men and doing what we had to do there.
Well, we appreciate you being a part of this whole experience here on the Dirty Bowl. When the overall, have you ever had a chance to play in the Sunshine Bowl?
Have not. And that's the crazy thing. That was what that's why I cried at the end of the game. To be honest, it's a beautiful thing, man. Going down there with those guys, and then
yeah, no, I agree with you on that part.
That's why I can't wait for him to get on here and talk to you guys, man. He's just he's something special. We had a vision a year ago, and he was a player, and I said, man, you need to be a coach. You got good football vision. I know football coach when I see one myself. Yeah, man, he's a hell of a guy, man. He's a good guy.
Well, I'm glad y'all have been a part of this and joined us on that across the board. We're so happy to have you all with us. We're looking forward to speaking with the head coach. But, Coach, congratulations to your team, ownership-wise, being a part of this. And that's the most important thing is you've took the next step toward. Appreciate you coming down to Georgia. What was the temperature like in Indiana?
Like 30 freezing. Got here, I brought a thermal with me to wear on the field and a T-shirt, and it probably could have went out here in shorts and a shirt, man.
Well, I appreciate your honesty, man. You're nice, throwing that up. Yeah, that's always the nice thing on that part.
Yeah, I definitely want to turn this over to the head coach. Got a little time to talk with you guys, man, because he deserves the spotlight.
All right, well, over to the head coach. Hey, good luck in the Sunshine Bowl. Thanks so much for representing the Dirty Bowl. Thanks so much, Coach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get a little bit of Coach Marks in the house right here. He's got the shades on. I appreciate that. I'm always part of that. Coach, how you doing, sir? Can you hear me okay?
Good, I can hear you pretty good.
Now, you can hear me pretty good. Coach Marks, I like the trophy that you got right there. Go ahead and pick that thing up and just hold it the whole time, man. Don't let it you got to hold trophies, man. If anything we learn that people would just hand trophies out to folks, you need to hold that trophy right now. How did it feel coming out to the Dirty Bowl and getting this invitation to the Sunshine Bowl? Go ahead.
It feels really good, man. I look back at the season, and I felt a way about coming short. And the guys really rallied back, and we put some things together and got that gumbo tasting good.
All right, I like that. When you say gumbo, I could delete you right now because I don't represent New Orleans. But why did you say gumbo? You're going to give me an open conversation right now, sir.
Definitely. So I call what we do as a team gumbo. I got a lot of different guys come from a lot of different places.
Okay.
And I tell guys to trust in me. So if everybody buy in, the pot simmers.
I do. I like that. I like the gumbo theory. I was a salad bowl theory, but I'll go with gumbo, man. When you start saying New Orleans, man, I'm like, hey, buddy, you're in Georgia, man. We're not allowed to talk about anything to do with New Orleans based on my laws and things. Talk to me about this win, man. I mean, this is a big win. And you played against the Baltimore United. They're a team that gets together for this event.
Okay, I got it.
So.
Well, we watched some film, and like I say, with the offense and the guys we got, man, we expect to stretch you 52 wide. Man, you got to cover the whole field and be vertical. So we saw the holes we wanted, and I got the guys that paid attention, man, and put in the work, and rest showed them game.
All right, so how do you feel about the Sunshine Bowl? I mean, February 18th, 19th, heading down to Miami. What's your main focus other than going to the Strip? I'm not going to judge you. I didn't ask if you were married. I didn't say anything about that, buddy, on that part. So, but just talk to me about your feel going to Miami. You excited about going there?
Definitely. I mean, the plan to start the season off, win your league, get your league championships, get down to Miami, get your national. And so we fell short at one end of it, and nobody wanted to have that bad taste, man. So to be able to put the gumbo back together, keep it simmering, now we got a chance to do what we do in Miami. It's a beautiful thing.
Man, I'm just keep writing the word gumbo down on my sheet pad, man. I appreciate that, man. That is some good. And I love me some gumbo. I even though I'm not a New Orleans fan of the gumbo. I haven't found anywhere else that makes good gumbo in New Orleans, but on that part. But as a good analogy on that part, who are you rooting for right now? It's a 0-0 ball game between the Dukes. Who do you think is going to come out victorious, Seahawks or Dukes?
Well, right now, man, just looking at what I see, I don't want to give out any adjustment here.
Oh, come on, give out. Nobody's listening. If somebody's listening to you, they are literally indulging themselves. I mean, come on, man. Tell me what needs to happen right now. Come on, Coach. You're the coach. You've been watching the first half. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm a chess player, so I feel like if I tell what I see, then it's showing how I process and break down.
Listen to you.
So,
I play checkers, man. I play checkers. You play chess, it's okay, man. I play tic-tac-toe. I work with most people that play chess, but I play tic-tac-toe. But go ahead. If you were to say anything.
I would love to see the Seahawks.
Yeah. All right.
I would love to see the Seahawks. We got a time. They watched us today. We saw them today. So I would love to see them get a dub, and we see them in Miami. It'd be a beautiful thing.
Oh, I know. And we got everything. We got the selection show coming after this game. We got the trophy awards on that part. Well, Coach, I appreciate you coming out to Atlanta for the 7th annual Dirty Bowl. Very much appreciative of it, man. It's awesome on that part. You just sit back. We can get a chance to watch the broadcast. Send us back on here on the Score 58 Network. Let us know what you thought. We got some great drone shots, some ground level shots, man. That catch on the in the end zone on the sideline like that. I threw a hanky 5 times, man. I wanted to challenge that call. I'm just saying out loud because I mean I felt like 2 feet were in there, but I didn't have 20 cameras to confirm that, man. So.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see that one.
I know it was good. It was a pretty shot. I mean, my announcers went crazy.
Oh man, yeah, I saw him drifting. So I saw the feet stop.
I was like, did he get it down? And the ref just gave the touchdown signs. I mean, it's not Saturday, but he felt like it was Sunday, so he went to church and raised his hands. So
hey, we got some talented guys, man, that work hard, man, and if I did mention the gumbo, they will look at me like, Coach, all year, that's all you talk about.
That's all you talk. Listen to you. I got my announcers listening to that right now. They'll be like,
we gotta,
I understand.
We got to make sure they are represented in that.
All right. Hey, Coach, good luck. Enjoy yourselves. We look forward to watching the game. Getting ready for the second half. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. Do the same.
All right, buddy.
All right now.
All right. Getting ready for the second half. We didn't have a chance to really enjoy this environment right now. And Adam and Craig, thank you so much for letting me just talk because I know that Cedric and Jennifer just were shaking their heads at me. But I felt like I had a good riff, and that's no problem. We have some time after the game that if we decide why they're talking, getting ready for their remaining things, we can talk about some other subjects, because we have some great subjects. Maybe between the third and the fourth quarter. I will need to bring up second half stats here in just a second as I look for them in this crazy flash of the screen. Apologize for that.
Well, I think the second half stats are going to be pretty easy to talk about.
Alex,
nothing across the board.
You're going to get nicknamed, buddy. Okay, brother. You know what I'm talking about, man. Okay. And many times I go to the,
Well, I mean, you already called me Adam once, so,
I appreciate your honesty, man. Thank you. All right, we got the Dukes and the Seahawks 0-0. What did you think of Coach Marks and the owner of the league, Coach Ellis? Go ahead, Craig.
It was a very nice conversation. I thought they were good interviews. I had great answers.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I strive myself on those things. You were talking about them. My bad. Go ahead.
But I like the gumbo aspect of it. I thought that was a really nice analogy.
Yep.
And a representation of what coaching is, because you have to bring together so many different personalities and lifestyles. I thought that was appropriate for what a football team is.
I would agree with you on that part. Make sure you stay with us on the selection show right here. We're starting on the second half of action between the Capital City Seahawks and the Cincinnati Dukes. I'm Bo McMichael with Alex Schaefer and Craig Chapman here on the Score 58 Network, bringing you live the Dirty Bowl here from George Pierce Park from Swanee, Georgia. Gentlemen, take it away.
Yeah, I like you mentioned the gumbo analogy there, and it's especially applicable when it comes to the semi-pro environment as well, because you got so many different people coming from all over a particular area. I mean, Indiana Firehawks in particular have so many people all over the state of Indiana, probably in the greater Indiana area, the states around it as well. And so, it's even more applicable than like in a high school setting where, it's a lot of personalities, but the kids are all kind of relatively same area and all that kind of stuff. So I love that analogy. That was real good. Now, we've got the Dukes here set to kick off. The Seahawks were unable to make it take it right there at the end of the half. Who do you think that favors in terms of momentum?
I still think it favors the Seahawks because, as we discussed, the Dukes had a nice opening drive and then nothing after that. And I think that as the half went on, the physicality of the Seahawks showed through with their defensive front, and then they got something going there at the end with their passing game, and it'll be interesting to see how that carries over here into this first drive.
Lefty kicker there, number 2, Darian Brown. Ball is out.
And Cincinnati recovers.
Oh, wow. Number 32, Shawn Sullivan in on the tackle. I think he was the one that knocked it out. And that was number 25 who came away with it. Donald Duskin at the bottom of the pile. Just an excellent job of coverage there. Calvin Dickens, number 7 for the Seahawks, the return man, trying to get the edge going across the field, but just unable to get there. And then a great tackle made to force that one out. And right away, Cincinnati has it with excellent field position, and they open both halves with the football.
That's right, and that's the first turnover of the game for Capital City, as you can see the halftime stats there. Rushing is a push, and, you know, realistically, the total yards are there's not much difference in that, so it's been a very defensive first half. And then whoever can figure out the way to unlock an offense, even if it's just for one drive, has a great chance of winning this football game.
Yeah, we talked about it there at the end of the half. It feels like points are going to be a premium, and the first score could be the last score in this one. Catch made along the sideline. Nice little gain there for Brown, who was doing the kicking off duties on that last one, and the lefty was able to get the ball back for his team after the kickoff was fumbled.
Gain of 5, it'll bring up second down and 5. And, I mean, that was a little bit of different look right there. You know, the ball still came out on time, but basically, you know, they went to the trip side. You had 2 guys. You had a stick with an out, corner route over the top. And now they're back in doubles.
Kamani Murray, K-Money, number 1 quarterback for the Dukes. In the shotgun, hands it off. Made 2 people miss. That was number 46, Leandre Dean once again. First man in the backfield was Andre Brown and missed. Marcus Hodges then came in to try and clean it up on the edge and was unable to do so. And so from what ended up looking like it was going to be a 2-yard loss,
ends up about a 1-yard loss.
Yeah.
So it was a great run. It's going to bring up third down and about 5, 3rd and 6 actually. I mean, but we're seeing the same thing early on right here. Inside run plays for both teams have basically
nowhere.
It's just, you just keep trying to do the same thing because you're trying to keep those linebackers honest and keep them from running to the edge. But, you know, sooner or later you're going to have to capitalize off that, make a play fake, and get somebody behind those linebackers.
Trips down here to the field. Justin Cornwell, who's been quite quiet now, is going to make the catch.
It's going to bring up 4th down and about 3.
Tackled by number 3, Daryl Givens.
And I like what Cincinnati did right there. You had trips out here, and Capital City chose to play it safety over the top of the slot, press on the outside, and a linebacker sitting on the inside triangle on number 3. So that was the right play. Just might needed a little bit better block from the inside trips receiver right there, and it could have been a big play.
So they're going to go back to the same trips now, this time in the boundary. Brown to the top, Cornwell in the middle, and Murphy the inside man.
Wide open.
Incomplete.
He had the inside trips receiver running wide open in the middle of the field. I mean, wide open. He ran a little quick slant off the quick screen fake, and he was wide open.
Brown is going to come up. No, not, yeah, sorry. Darian Brown hobbled on that one as he comes to the sideline.
And a nice stand by Capital City right there.
Yep.
Gets the 4 and out, and then takes over. So if you're Capital City, you're thinking, okay, we took a punch right there to start the second half. We answered the bell. Now it's our time to punch back.
So we'll see quarterback Michael Wilson coming back out for his first attempt with the ball in the second half. In the backfield with him is running back Chris Johnson. Trips to the far right, spread quite wide. They're going to hand it off going that way. And the defense of the Dukes is so fast side to side, but they do have a man down. That is number 25 on the turf, Donald Duskin, who recovered the fumble on the kickoff. So while we have a moment, let's talk again about what's on the line for today's game. It's a chance to punch your ticket to the Sunshine Bowl in beautiful Miami, Florida on February 18th or 19th. The winner of this game will advance to the national championship game down there in Miami for the Sunshine Bowl. It's a great two-day event with 6 championship games of teams from all over the country matched up against one another. And you're not going to want to miss the selection show coming up after this game. And they're going to determine all of the teams that are going to be playing in that event and how they're going to match up, all of those good things. We already know one team that's in. We spoke to the owner of the team and the head coach just a few minutes ago, the Indiana Firehawks, after the victory 30-6 over the Baltimore United earlier today, have advanced and will be playing in Miami. We'll find out the other team that plays down there coming out of the Dirty Bowl tonight, and then we will know all of the other teams a little bit later on the selection show here on the Score 58 Network. Don't go anywhere after the conclusion of this game. You're going to want to stick around and hear all about that as we head to Miami. Duskin seems to be up off the field under his own power. That's good to see.
Gain of 1 on that play should bring up second down and 9. So we've kind of seen the same plan early on right here. Same kind of run style. I'm waiting for somebody to go off script and give me a reverse, because we used that scene from behind the offense right there. You could just see that there were 7 people in the box within 2 yards.
And once again, 7 in the box. Trips in the boundary. Wilson taking a shot, solo side, in and out of the hands. Number 21 in coverage for the Dukes. No name for that player, but number 87, Jarvia Flowers, the intended receiver, unable to make the catch. I believe that's Pope for the Dukes.
That was a really nice throw right there. I mean, a really nice throw.
Hit him right in the chest, just unable to make the contested tough catch.
It's going to bring up third down and 9.
And false start.
Back it up and bring up 3rd down and 14 right here.
And it is going to be the false start, backing it up.
Got to be thinking about going back to Flowers right here. But right now, you probably want to be as, you don't know what kind of chance you want to take.
Empty set.
There's Flowers.
Caught.
That's going to be a 1st down. Nice job throwing the fade stop right there.
That was a really nice throw from Wilson right there.
Like I said, after those first couple of drives, he kind of found it, got into a rhythm, and he's been putting it on the money since. Had a chance at the end of the first half a couple of times to put him on the board.
Yep.
But that's a huge conversion right there.
It really is.
Well, we haven't seen anybody punt yet.
No.
So we were looking at the opportunity for there to be a punt from inside the, inside the 20. That makes that a huge play. Hello. Gain of 2 on the play, bring up 2nd down and 8.
Number 9, Brent Robinson, in on the tackle.
Ball was carried by number 6, Chris Johnson.
Not to be confused with running back Chris Johnson.
If it is and he gets behind everybody, you can go ahead and put 6 on the board.
Oh, yeah. Used to love playing with Chris Johnson in Madden football. That 99 speed is a difference maker.
Firing the slant.
Incomplete. Trying to get that one to number 82, Keto Wilson, but well defended.
Going to be offsides in the defense, so you move it up. And it'll be 2nd down and 4.
Is there anything better than just a nice ice cold water? There is not. I'll go ahead and answer it for you, Coach. There is not. Water is the best.
Yeah. In my current state of health, that is all I can legally drink. Water.
Well, you're very fortunate because water's the best.
I understand. The rest of my family believes so as well.
Oh. And so back-to-back offsides now. This one unabated to the quarterback. Again, we are playing with pro rules here today, but with a college overtime, and we might see just that here if things continue this way.
I was thinking the same thing when you said college. I was thinking, it could be headed to that way.
That was number 99, big Dominic Raven, who jumped off sides on that one. So it'll be a fresh set of downs after the back-to-back offsides.
A little bit different defensive look right here. Wide open.
Oh.
That was a nice throw right there.
Yep, going for Sammy Lyons that time, and just in and out of the hands.
I like what Capital City's doing. They're kind of mixing and matching now, giving them some doubles, giving them some trips, throwing the quick hitter on the inside breaking route. We don't know what teams have who, if they have anybody in the press box or not, if they're communicating down. If they are, then I look for when Cincinnati comes back to throw that route they threw at the end of the last drive and look into the middle of the field. Out route.
Caught.
Nice throw and catch right there.
Robinson down for Cincinnati. Catch made by Daquan McCarter.
Just a nice throw right there into a vacated area.
And we're going to get an official's timeout here while they attend to the injured Duke. And since we have a timeout, are you looking for someone to film or live stream your high school, college, or even youth athletic event? Well, come take a look at us here at Score Sports. We can film or live stream any athletic event that you may have, whether that be a game, a tournament, or even practice. We offer single or multiple camera options to showcase your event in the highest quality possible. Check us out at score-sports.com in order to view our work. Feel free to reach out to us if you want to partner with us for your game, tournament, or practice. And I can say that on both a personal and professional level, reaching out to Score 58 was one of the best decisions I ever made back when I was coaching at Luella High School. We were trying to figure out what we were going to do for our film, and I had known about Score doing film work for a lot of high schools in the area and all around the state. And so when we couldn't really find a viable option for us in-house, I talked to the head coach and reached out and said, you know, I know about Score 58. I know they do great work. Let's consider doing that. And I know that they've had a partnership with Luella ever since, and it's what opened the door for me as well to come in and start doing announcing with the team. And, like I said, it was one of the best decisions I've ever made, both personally and professionally. Met some great people along the way and have enjoyed every step of this wild journey I've been on. So thank you to everybody at the Score 58 Network for welcoming me in on a personal level. And they do great work, so definitely check us all out if you are in need of the same for your team. False start here for the Capital City Seahawks.
Bring up 1st and 15. And just a side note, I've been at 4 schools. 4 schools have used Score Sports to film not just football, but basketball and even baseball at certain times. And other than making your life easier, it can't get better. All right, it's just it's done professionally and with top of the line equipment.
Now nobody tell Bo that we said all these nice things about him.
So 1st and 15 right here.
Handoff going to the left.
Uh-oh. And here comes the flag. It's coming back.
Number 28 on the run there, Larry Graham. But Moonlight is not going to be getting those yards there, as that one's going to be coming back.
So he's got a holding right there.
Gotta love the sounds of the game.
Told you, man. Sounds of the game win every time. That'll bring up 2nd and 25.
Didn't even touch him. Didn't even touch him. Oh, that one. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, he did that. That's so good. Oh, man. If you've never been on the sideline for a football game and just experienced that element of it, it's, man, it's
my favorite
it's such a great experience.
Favorite 2 statements being on the sideline about penalties. When the other team committed a penalty, we had a coach that would say, he cheated. And then when we did it, it was, he didn't mean to.
Deep shot. Oh, trying to get it to Flowers once again.
That was a great job of coverage, but it was a perfect ball.
Yeah. Well defended by number 21, Pope. Our man Dorian on site. Looking fresh with the shades on the hat. Doing something fancy with the camera. Major shout out to everybody on site for the crew. They're the real magic workers. Cedric and Jennifer as well, of course. Me, Bo, and Craig, we're nothing special.
Absolutely
Second down and a long way. And it's going to be even further. So we went through the first half at an absolutely blistering pace. And this third quarter has been about the longest half of football.
It's been the longest game of football this third quarter. Did a game a couple of months ago, and one quarter lasted an hour and 15 minutes. So, second and 30.
What's in the playbook for this down and distance, Coach?
Shallow cross.
Or screen.
That was a good
which
call.
Goes nowhere.
That was a good call.
Yeah, just very well played. 99 and 91 on that one. That's Dominic Raven and Justin Ojeda, respectively.
That'll bring up 3rd and 31, which would still be shallow cross. Just because I want to get the ball out quick. You know, I'm certain that there's one or two things that are going to happen. They're going to drop everybody and expect us to throw it deep. So I'm going to put it in somebody's hands that can run, get what we can get. The chances of getting 31 yards, you know, on a play are slim and none, and Slim just left town when you're in this position. The other answer to this is with NFL rules, I might throw this as far down the field as I can and hope to get a pass interference penalty, which is spot of the foul and a first down.
Well, it'll be empty set for Wilson. Drops back, rush in his face, steps up, on the run, thrown. And that ball is intercepted. And it's NFL rules, so he's not down by contact.
Did they?
So we're going to wait and see what's going on here. As of right now, it looks like it's going to be an interception. It'll be really interesting because we can hear the sounds of the game there. They're talking about a face mask, which it looked like either a face mask or a horse collar. I couldn't quite tell on the second hit there, bringing him down. Now, it was after the pass was already incomplete and the ball was in the air.
So they called the interception good and then said inadvertent whistle.
Oh.
It's out. Now you know what I would be screaming right here, right?
I don't know what I don't even know what to think at the moment.
Because
that's brutal.
Yeah. It's brutal for two things. Number one, that could have very well been a touchdown.
Yes.
Secondly is, if you call an inadvertent whistle, what does the rule say? It says you replay the down.
Yeah. But because they're saying it was after the interception, it's a change of possession. So that indicates the start of effectively a new play.
New series. Nice throw.
Big catch and run here for Brown. Brown's got some room. And he's going to be eventually taken down by Marcus Hodges, but not before a huge gain for the Dukes.
Nice throw. I mean, a really nice throw. But right there, the Seahawks went back and were off coverage again. And they stayed, and it was the thing you were talking about when we were discussing some stuff earlier.
And we have an injury timeout, or is that the end of the quarter? I believe so. And so we're going to head to the fourth quarter, knotted up at 0.
Scoreless. Right now, my partner in crime over here is just basking in the glow of this defensive masterpiece.
That's fantastic.
I mean,
you know, I'm curious on that interception. If they call that face mask, how do you assess that. Let's say all things being equal, he's down there or whatever. No worry about the intermittent whistle and all that. But I'm just curious, how do you assess that penalty?
You don't. You talk about this game right now. TCU versus Georgia. Stay focused, gentlemen. We don't have much time. It's fourth quarter action here. It's 0-0. We're destined to be overtime. Who's your winner right now? Craig Chapman, Georgia Tech fan. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would really love for
Quickly.
I would really love for TCU to win, but Georgia's going to win.
All right, well, go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, if Georgia plays as bad as they did against Ohio State, TCU's got a chance, but
all right, we focus on Women's National Football Conference. Your top games right now, what do you like? Phoenix versus the Fire. You know who has the Mississippi. Oh, man, we got to go back to this, man. There's some fun stuff going on here. Look at that matchup. You like those. Ooh. Craig, you're drooling right now, buddy. I can hear you.
Spartans in the Panthers.
I was just looking at that one, too.
I know. You're looking at it, and you're like, oh, are we really being able to yeah. All right. We're about 3 months away from WNFC. That's the Women's National Football Conference. Stay with us here. We got the sun. Oh, good time. The Dirty Bowl, getting ready for the Sunshine Bowl.
And so after the big play and the turn of the quarter, handoff is going to go to Dean, and he's going to get a couple.
Yeah, bring up 2nd down and 8. But it's still where's it at? Who's going to do it first? Who's going to fake something inside and hand the reverse? Because right now, every run play is inside. All right? We haven't seen maybe we saw one jet sweep, but it was just blown up. It never got to the edge.
Yeah, the only times really that we've seen them getting to the edge has been on cutbacks or anything like that, where it's not been designed to go that way.
And and when you get trips, you're getting a rolled coverage to the trip side. So if you hand the ball off and reverse it away from the trips, you got a chance for that to be a big play. But now a little different formation right here from Cincinnati. Got 2 backs in the backfield for the first time today.
Murray, the quarterback. Play action, taking the shot. Double coverage, but out of bounds. Just out of reach.
Nice call by the ref right there, but an outstanding effort by the receiver to try to keep both feet in.
Yeah, taking a shot there at John Dudley, the corner, in coverage, trying to get it to Darian Brown. But just out of reach for him there.
So you're sitting here. It's 3rd down and 8. Okay, after that, it's 3rd and 8, and you're sitting there. You know this is 4-down territory. So what's the play call right here? To me, right now, the way they're defending this would be quick screen for me.
Either quick screen or I'm thinking maybe even slant.
I would throw the quick screen to the number 2 receiver right here. Because they don't have enough people over here to defend this.
No, they don't.
Or you can throw the bubble screen and try to block down on that, but the quick screen's faster. That's why I like it. I'll look at the corner blitz. Oh, they tried to bait them into throwing the quick screen. That's going to be a 1st down.
What a great decision.
Obviously
from
threw a
quarterback
flag.
Murray.
I like the defensive call. They tried to bait you into throwing the quick screen, and if he would have done that, it might have been 6 points for the Seahawks.
Yep.
So you're seeing some things where people are actively adjusting on the fly right here.
Yeah.
So did they wave the flag off?
Maybe. I didn't see him wave it off. I saw him pick it up. But it looks like there's no penalty.
Unless they
might have been a sideline warning, maybe.
Got me. But it's 1st and 10, whatever it is. Ball's at the 17-yard line.
It is indeed. We got an official's timeout here as they're trying to figure out Mississippi and Texas, week 1. Oh, that's going to be fun.
So we've got an officials huddle, which is never a good thing.
No. No matter which side you're on.
Because your brain begins to work overtime when they start doing this, and you start trying to figure out what you did wrong. What are they going to call? And then inevitably somebody from the sideline yells, "What's going on?"
So I like that hawk on that the back of that coach's jacket.
Seahawks, man.
That was nice.
That's a nice looking outfit. All right. So after all of that,
they're gonna say. Well, you know, if you would call the pace of the first half
was
blistering, would you say that the pace of the second half would be glacial?
I was right there. I was going to say glacier-like, but glacial is excellently done.
Thank you. Former English teacher, yeah. No.
I told you the story about a guy that I played high school baseball with, and he struck out like 11 guys or 12 guys in the game, and he thought he was throwing gas, and the guy writing the newspaper article for the game obviously did not think that. He said his pitches ranged from slower to glacier. That was in the newspaper. Buddy, you talk about
strike out 12 guys in a game, and that's the article they write about it.
That was the ultimate humbling experience.
Oh, man.
Slower, and glacier. And, you know, we were real nice about it. We didn't remind him of it for, like, forever. So 1st and 10 right here. It looks like the ball's now spotted at the 12. And, again, another whistle.
I mean, if his nickname from that point forward is not Glacier, then you guys failed as teammates.
So did
I think the Dukes called
timeout right here.
Please tell me his nickname from then on was Glacier.
Nah, it wasn't.
It's an open goal, Coach.
Well, we were having a running feud with the guy who wrote the article. So even though we thought it was funny, you know, we really didn't think it was funny because it was portraying someone in what we considered a bad light. You know, our 18-year-old brains. The same. We got they wrote a newspaper article about us in football, and said that our uniforms look like Easter eggs. So that was kind of what started it.
That's fair.
I was like, yeah, okay.
You ever give a real good nickname to anybody? A broadcastable nickname to anybody?
I mean, just the basic stuff. You know, I mean, there weren't really doc for a guy that was going to be a doctor. You know, things like that. They were all practical application names.
I'll tell you the best nickname I ever gave after this. Finally getting this first down play, which actually is going to go from the 12.
All right.
Hey, watch the jet sweep! Watch the jet sweep!
So I'm not sure if it's his 1st and 5 from the 12 or 1st and 10 from the 12.
We're going to say 1st and 10.
Quick strike, middle of the field.
That's great coverage. Absolutely perfect coverage.
Yep.
Outside and inside leverage, nowhere to go with the football.
Yep.
And I'm not so sure he didn't just throw that away because there was nothing there.
Nope. Had a kid in high school. We were going out for a fire drill. And out of the woods, while the entire school was walking to the baseball field, jumped 2 deer that just then scurried around. One immediately jumped back into the forest and ran away. The other one ran around on the sidewalk a bit, ran into the window on the door, then started running toward a crowd of people. The entire crowd parted like the Red Sea, except for my buddy Josh, who stood there and decided to play chicken with a rampaging deer. He did not win. He got knocked over, and from that moment forward, he was known as Bambi.
Excellent nickname.
Yes. Ran into old Bambi about 3 years after I graduated, and he was out with some friends. And I said, hey, you know, how's it going? It's so good to see you. And one of his friends said, hey, Bambi, who's that?
I was going to say, we've had everything in this fourth quarter. We've got the broken down marker now. Somebody's going to just have to stand there and be the human down marker.
We would love to thank you for joining us here today on the Score 58 Network, where we have everything for you could possibly ask for. We've got halftime interviews. We got discussions about the difference between screw and drill. We've got a down marker that is broken, and lovely drone shots, Facebook comments on there.
Yeah, we should have been fired. You know, I think we were replaced in a commercial. Man, it's been a wild afternoon.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
A pair of halves that have gone at the absolute exact opposite pace possible.
My favorite thing was he just let the down marker go, and it hit the referee as he was walking.
So he's just going to stand there and hold it. And it'll be second down. Second down and 10 after the incompletion.
Yeah,
they can get a first down without scoring.
At the 2-yard line.
Which at the rate this game is gone, that's probably going to happen.
At 9 o'clock.
Be sure to join us on Sunday, January 8th for our selection show at the conclusion of this game.
Don't say that. Somebody will actually do it.
So back underway. Handoff.
Nice call. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 6.
And what a play there from Andre Brown, the linebacker, making that touchdown-saving tackle.
Yes, that right there was the first time we've seen same-side handoff straight downhill, and it almost popped.
Yep.
Now, if I'm Cincinnati, I give the same look. I know it's 3rd down, but you're going to run 2 plays. You haven't, you know, unless you have a field goal kicker and you feel confident enough on snap, hold, kick, then I would give the same look and throw the slant in behind it right here.
Yeah, that one would be going to number 4, Austin Murphy, who's the slot receiver out to the right. Well, now they go empty.
You're going to get motion back into the backfield.
Fade. Out of bounds.
Stats right there after 3 quarters.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing to see. Less than 200 yards of total offense. Don't you just love this game?
6 penalties apiece. Is that what that says?
It is.
Wow. It's pretty much even across the board. I mean,
Capital City Seahawks with 11 yards rushing and 69 yards passing. Nice 4th down here coming up.
so, you know, Cincinnati in the same situation Capital City was in earlier. And you know, Capital City's stayed back as they've kind of sat and played coverage. And we haven't seen them bring a whole lot, but here it comes right here. And there it is.
They're going to get him. Number 14 and number 30-something, Vic Hall and John Dudley, I believe.
But, I mean, just what a nice job. A nice job of overcoming the big play.
And this is not what you can have right now.
Nope. Because you were already starting deep in your territory. You know, you don't need a 15-yard half the distance penalty right here.
as you can see there, we're going to have our selection show coming up right after the conclusion of this game. It is 6:03 right now, so make sure to join us at 9:30 for that.
Yeah, this third and fourth quarter have definitely not gone in a hurry.
We're going to be taking a look and seeing who all is going to be going to Miami for the Sunshine Bowl.
I think we have a new quarterback.
I think you're right. I saw Wilson going out there, but he's not on the field right now at quarterback at least. Can't quite see the number on that one. On the jersey of number 13. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Somebody said shake and bacon, I can help right there, bro.
That is Derico Riggins.
I know why they put him in the game.
Yeah.
He made 2 moves and left people looking for laundry on the field.
And so not quite sure what's going on with Wilson.
I think this is just a change of pace. Someone that's in there that, you know, if it breaks down, he can break them down. And it goes back to what we were talking about in the first game. It goes back to playing the game 11 on 11. When the quarterback becomes an active runner, then that changes a lot of what defenses do.
Yeah.
So, 2nd down and 2 right here.
Handoff. They're going to get the first. Oh, ball is out. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
They called him down.
No way. That's impossible.
Let's see right here on the replay. It looks like from the angle we got, it's hard to see when the ball comes free.
That is the only thing you can tell me is that if they said he was down.
Yes.
I thought that it was they were whistling forward progress done.
No, he goes down. You can't see. Now, I'm not going to say he didn't fumble because there's a player in front of the guy when he's falling. But the only time you see the ball is after the player is on the ground. So he very well may have had it ripped out while he was falling down, but we couldn't see that. I'm sure I'll take heat for that on Facebook, but I mean, you know.
Well, I feel a little bit better now after seeing the replays. In motion, I was thinking he was up, and they were saying whistles
they've been close a couple of times tonight of getting the football out. And you know, when you start getting to this point in time in the game, when you're starting to get to the later parts and later stages of the fourth quarter, you want to make sure that you're protecting the football. But as a defender, right now, nobody scored. You make the game-changing play if you get the football out.
Yep.
And right now, I'm watching, what Capital City's doing. It looks like they're setting it up for the quarterback to pull this thing and try to come out the backside on like a zone read, because that's back-to-back inside run plays. But both of them have been more successful than just about everything they've had, today.
Yep. As you can see, we love the Facebook engagement there, comments from those watching around the world.
So 2nd and 8.
Overshoots that one, does Riggins.
He's got a cannon, too.
Yeah, he does.
So to bring up 3rd down and 8 right here. And we've had a heck of a game in this game, too, of the 7th annual Dirty Bowl in Sewanee, Georgia. But this is a huge play right here. We have not had a punt in this game.
No. No, we haven't.
And it's 3rd and long right here. And the last time they were in 3rd and long, they had a nice throw down the sideline to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah.
So, if you don't pick this up, you're looking at going for 4th down inside your 30, possibly. They're going to pick it up.
Riggins is going to take off.
And that's a 1st down. that gives that's an extra added, dimension to their offense right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he made one cut right there, and there was nobody at home. That was a nice call on 3rd and long.
And I believe we're going to get the 2-minute warning. So those at home asking for a time check.
No,
nope, it's a timeout.
Cincinnati's calling timeout. They got to get together and talk about this new issue that they have with their defense, and that issue is the quarterback is a threat.
Yeah, Derico Evans has come in and been a revelation for Capital City, and it's crazy too because it's not like Wilson was playing a bad game.
No, I thought he was playing a fine game, and he put up a lot of balls on the money. And at one time he hits, Flowers in the chest. But, I mean, in Flowers' defense, he had guys flashing in front of him and stuff like that. It wasn't like Wilson did anything wrong. I think this is exactly why a lot of coaches like to have one quarterback that's one style and another quarterback that's another style. So if you get into a situation where maybe your offense is stagnant, you have somebody that can come in and give a completely different look. Now, if you go to the Ravens, all of their quarterbacks have the same skill set because their offense is detailed and catered to that thing. They need but right here, this is such a different dynamic between the two players, and I understand why Cincinnati took the timeout right there because now you've got to have that conversation about rush lanes. Can't let him outside. Got to funnel him to the defenders.
Handoff. Ball's out. Oh, and it goes out of bounds. Number 28 on the run, Larry Graham.
Gain of 6. Bring up 2nd down and 4. I mean, and right now, Capital City has got the ball. They've got the momentum. They've got a secret weapon that they haven't shown all day.
That secret weapon is
and
right.
You see the difference right there. There's an inside handoff, and you've got guys from the defense staying outside to limit the quarterback run and opened up a gigantic cutback lane.
Yep.
2nd down and 4 right here. There it is again.
Inside.
And right now, that's a 1st down.
And Graham with a couple of nice carries there.
And I mean, if you're Capital City right here, the best thing that you could come up with is we're going to score, and we're going to leave you no time left. We're going to score, we're going to kick it off, and you're going to get a snap or two.
And those of you wondering about the time, we're wondering as well. Time is taken on the field. There's no scoreboard. So no one except for the referees really know exactly how much time there is until there is a call for that. Obviously, us in the studio, we have a hard time hearing those kinds of things.
There
Another handoff.
Got a seam. Two-minute warning.
There it is. So there's our time check.
Right now on this drive, Capital City has run, I think that was their 8th play of the drive. And this, I mean, this has been, it's almost deja vu from the first half. 2-minute warning. Capital City's in a position to get the only points. They were in a position to get the only points of the first half. Now they're in a position to get the only points of the game. And, you're sitting right here and you're looking at it. I don't think that Cincinnati has respected their run game because they've been looking for the pass.
Hey, Craig and Alex, viewers on the old social media platform is asking what the overtime rules are. It was 1 minute ago, and I apologize for that. But talk to me a little bit about the overtime rules, where it sits up if it's college-based. Even though these are NFL rules, the overtime is college-based. Talk to me about what that means and how that changes after each possession. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Right. Well, so with college overtime rules, you'll get a possession. Each team will get a chance to possess it. You'll take over. Is it 25 in college?
25-yard line.
And regular rules apply. 1st and 10 from the 25. You got to go down and score. Now, after the first overtime, you cannot kick an extra point after you score. You have to go for 2. And then starting in the 3rd overtime, the ball is placed at the 3-yard line, and you have alternating 2-point conversion attempts until you have a winner.
Oh, that's an illegal block, and they called it.
And so we could
that's going to be an illegal blindside block right there.
And as you can see, we have about 1:45 left on the clock, give or take the remaining minutes here in the 4th quarter. Sorry, we are able to see the scoreboard because clock is taken on the field. We do not have access to the press box. The Capital City Seahawks, 0. The Cincinnati Dukes, 0. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman and Alex Schaefer here on the Score 58 Network. Facebook is brutal right now, and I'm happy for that. Y'all doing a great job commenting across the board here on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Vimeo. We have about 400 viewers, and I can't argue with that right now. Gentlemen, Alex, are we seeing overtime? You go ahead and call it right now.
I think we are.
All right.
I mean,
Craig, overtime?
Yes.
Okay. No, touchdown. Game over with. Let's get this selection committee done. Hey, we got pride.
Look,
I'm trying to watch the 8 o'clock game here.
Right.
It's only 6:15. I know both of y'all are like, hey, we thought this game would last longer. No, that clock is running tenfold here with less than almost probably a minute remaining here. Pop is running the clock. That's all I can say.
He wants to watch the 8 o'clock game, too.
Brother, everybody wants to watch Jaguars, Tennessee. I understand that. Titans and Jacksonville, we want to see what happens. Go ahead. Call the call.
Swing pass.
Oh,
Graham's
nice
got some
job.
room to run.
That's a really nice job. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
About 10. It's right back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, 10 or 11 right there. That was a really nice job of getting out of bounds. Now would be the time you've got to take a shot. And when I say take a shot, that doesn't mean it has to be to the end zone. But you got to eat up some yardage right here relatively quickly.
Yeah. It's worth pointing out this drive, remember, started at their own 15-yard line. So they've gone a long distance, 54 yards so far on the drive.
Sunshine Bowl right there, as you can see, February 18th and 19th, Miami, Florida, waiting to fill the last slot for the selection committee. All right, which that selection show follows us right after this.
The Firehawks already punching their ticket earlier today from George Pierce Park, what feels like about 9 hours ago.
Here comes the blitz.
But it's not, man. It's only been about 5. I mean, I appreciate you adding 4.
3rd down and 11.
Well, 5 hours from kickoff, but not 5 hours from when they punched the ticket.
You're a funny man. Funny man. You are so about to be fired in a wonderful way, man. I mean, you'll get paid, and then I'll bring you back
hey, that's
next.
all that matters.
I'll bring you back Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of next week, man.
Fired and rehired?
Yeah, fired and rehired is. I mean, because we can renegotiate the contracts on that part. All right. So, talk to me about what Capital City has to do right now to be successful. 128 remaining in the game. 128 remaining in the game. We're under 2 minutes. We've got less than 90 seconds to go. We're not necessarily almost in the red zone, but we're close. But it's 2nd down and about 11. Go ahead.
I think just put the ball in the hands of Riggins and let him run.
3rd and 11 too.
That's.
I thought it was 2nd. I'm sorry, man.
They haven't had an answer for Riggins running the football. And we've got a flag here.
That was a smart play because if he dumps him right there, that's a 15-yard penalty.
What we got?
Legal
procedure.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 16. And I was having the same thought that you were. Alex, empty the backfield out, make them adjust to your formation. Take a 3-step drop, and if it ain't open right now, find a seam and attack it. Run, because number 13's got some special ability, and when he gets into space, it becomes a kind of one of those gut check moments for everybody, and it makes the defensive coordinator sweat. All of that stuff.
Famous last words. I always remember old DC I worked with. He asked one of his former DCs. He said, "What did you when you knew you were playing against a quarterback who could run? What did you do?" He said, "Pray."
Yep.
Jeez. I had a quarterback that I used to work with. I used to snap the ball to. I wouldn't pray. I just give him a high five before the play. That's number 9 sitting right next to you, Alex. I apologize.
And Riggins is a lefty, and he launches it into the end zone.
He caught it.
Intercepted.
Intercepted. We are definitely going to overtime.
Oh, double zero. Marquise Jones for the Cincinnati Dukes. Launched by the lefty Riggins into the end zone. And, man, Jones got the body position on him and went up and got it. Intended for number 3, Darrell Givens. What a play for Cincinnati. That is going to be a touchback, and ball's going to be at the 20-yard line.
Now, my question to you is, do you take it to overtime right here if you're Cincinnati?
I think so. I mean, I don't know, obviously, how much time is left. Now, if you're looking at a minute 30, which I don't think we are.
No.
But if you're looking at a minute 30, Cincinnati has 2 timeouts, I believe. Maybe you try and push it down the field, take a couple shots, but I don't know. I think maybe take you see what you get on first down, and if you don't get much on first down, you know what? We're just going to take it to overtime.
No, the biggest thing right here is that you want to be really, really smart about what you call.
Yes.
You don't want to put the football in, harm's way. But they are such a timing-based offense. If I'm Capital City right here, I'm playing man underneath, 2 deep, because we haven't seen the quarterback run yet.
Yep.
So I'm going to cover up everybody, and I'm going to make you throw it into the, you're going to have to make tight window throws.
And we got a timeout here now from, I'm going to assume Cincinnati, since they're the only ones walking to the sideline. But, yeah, best coverage in football, 2-man.
Yep, it's a pain to go against, especially when you don't have a quarterback that will run.
Right.
Now, if you get somebody in 2-man and you empty out the backfield and everybody empties out the box, then that's a problem.
Yeah. I always liked running a 2-man with a 3-man rush and then just having a dog in a spy. Like my best athlete on the field who could tackle. He's spying the quarterback in the middle of the field. Then I'm locking up everyone else across underneath. 2 safeties up top helping, and then you just rush 3. Just try to put a little bit of pressure on them. That's all we're trying to do. We don't need to get home.
We played a team one time that ran it the whole game.
Oh, yeah, you can stay in it the whole game.
We put trips to the field, and they stayed in 2-man, and we ran weak side zone and scored about 814 points. And they kept thinking they're going to eventually throw the ball, and we were like, nah, we're just going to keep running it to where we have numbers.
Yeah.
So we had guys running pass routes all game, running stop routes, hitches, smash route, combos, and everybody's covering them, running as fast as they can, and we're running the ball out the backside the whole game. Running backs, pulling offensive linemen and getting a +1. I mean, just kept waiting for them to change, and they didn't. But in this situation, when you can take that out of the equation, it's one of the most frustrating coverages to throw against, because you really have to win a one-on-one matchup somewhere.
Yep. And you got to hope that one-on-one matchup you win doesn't then have a safety helping it. over the top. Oh, incomplete.
That was a
Trying
great
to
play
get
right
that one
there.
to wait. Oh, yeah. Darian Brown read the number wrong.
That was a great play. Over the top, inside arm attacking the football. Like the play call, though. I mean, when we talk about not putting it in harm's way, throwing it down the field is probably actually the safest thing to do in this situation. I think Capital City was smart in not backing off and giving them an easy throw right here. Make them have to work because that pressure almost got there that time. And the one thing you got to, if you're Cincinnati right here, you don't want a sack and a fumble. And the guard got beat off the snap right there, and it was real close.
So going back to trips are the Dukes. Now motioning out of it.
Jet.
And it was just absolutely destroyed from the get-go. Flag down. This might be in the area of maybe a face mask or something along those lines.
Yeah, that's going to be a shame if that's what the penalty is, because they did such an outstanding job of playing that play.
Defensive end just got upfield right away.
And now we got more flags. And this is exactly how you didn't want this to end.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So,
hey, I love your silence, guys. You're letting the game play it. I mean, I'm interrupting it, but Pop is literally in control.
I saw that.
I did, and I'm appreciative of that. I'm talking with my two producers on the side, and I'm like, hey, what's going one goes, so what's going to happen now? And I'm like, you know what? That's why we play the game. They're all huddling up right now. I'll say, Alex, what's your thoughts?
Well,
they're going to end the game or play the game? Because
I'm not sure.
Blue Belly is right. Like, hey, man, what's going on?
Well, the trouble, I was thinking about that. The trouble with if you call this.
You can't.
Then what you're doing is you're costing another team who is in that selection group. They don't have an opponent for the Sunshine Bowl.
I'm sure
so now you're penalizing that team.
You are. I mean, and I'm impressed that this game is 0-0, and that's what brings the intensity out. I understand the frustration. That's the drawback that we have with semi-professional, where you have developmental, all the adjectives, Alex, that you've read about why this Sunshine Bowl has started, is that you deal with this, and myself, yourself, Alex, and Craig, we've dealt with games getting canceled on the dime because players couldn't keep their composure, and refs are like, I'm good, see ya, in that sense. So, Craig, your thoughts?
I mean, it's just sad to see it unfold like that because it's been such a good game. We didn't really see what precipitated the the issue.
Well, cloud coverage is an issue when it deals with precipitation, so I understand that.
Absolutely. But, I mean, from that point on, I saw him cross his arms as if to say,
He's telling number 6, you get yourself to the sideline.
I saw him cross his arms,
Yeah.
but I think he was saying, if you don't get off the field, I'm gonna call the game.
And then they walked.
But I don't think that. I think right now they're going to do everything they can to get a finish out of this.
You have to. You know, whether I mean, we're at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Hawaiian time, Alex?
That would be 1:30.
Okay. 1:30, Melikalikimaka. Happy New Year to us all. Right now, 2023 in full effect. January 7th, 2023, 6:28 Eastern Standard Time. Catchers and pitchers report. Craig?
I haven't had enough time to keep up with it.
Okay, I don't want to talk to you anymore after that. I mean, based on your
I can tell
background.
you- I can tell you
no,
when-
I am actually, my heart's hurting. I'm gonna have to take a deep breath right now
Well,
because
you got to understand that pitchers and catchers report for us, not Monday, but the following Monday.
okay, but I mean, I understand that you being the state champions of your high school, I totally understand that. And, you know, I was just talking about professional perspective, but I understand.
Second week in February.
Valentine's Day.
Okay, but buddy, you can Google with the best of them, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't have to Google. I knew when it was going to be. I just didn't know exactly that number of days, and I wasn't going to count. I've already lost all my hair. You don't want the rest of my brain to go with it.
I understand that. Tenfold, man. Well, go ahead and give our sponsors while we're waiting one last kind of to-do before we get into this annunciation.
Of course.
Go ahead, sir.
Capital City Design Sports and Apparel is a sportswear company in Fort Washington, Maryland. They offer great quality products and great customer service to include designs for the lowest prices around. Everything is fully custom and designed uniquely for each customer. They will work within your budget to cover all your sports and apparel needs. They offer customized apparel such as football uniforms, track suits, polo shirts, compression shirts, and many other apparel items to supply your team. Capital City Design Sports and Apparel, bringing quality and affordability to the game. We're also sponsored by HMG Sports Marketing. It's the sports marketing division of the Hannah Marketing Group, which specializes in sports and entertainment throughout the globe. And, you know, Craig and Bo, something I'm wondering here, I wonder if they might just say, we're just going to go straight to overtime. And when they get things settled and come back out, we're just going to start right from OT.
Because you're seeing the quarterbacks come up like it's like coin toss. That's what you're hearing.
There comes.
All
Here comes
right.
Wilson.
And we need Andy Griffin. Is Andy Griffin out here?
No, but
Number 5 is a big boy, brother. I mean,
I saw them writing down. I was wondering if they were writing down ejections.
I think so.
And I think that Alex is right. I think they're not going to resume it from right there. I think they're going to take it to overtime and see if they can get a winner as quickly as possible.
I could use a chicken dinner right now. I mean, we did have Chick-fil-A for lunch, but I could use for a little bit more.
Chick-fil-A, don't you just love it?
No, I mean, have a blessed day, indeed. Looks like they're starting OT from Kingston Black. I'm saying it's, oh, Mike, I love reading Facebook quotes. I'd like to be meeting these folks. They're awesome. The NFL finds to be Marcus. I love, you know, if you get a chance, I'm going to throw this up there. I mean, it's too much entertainment right now not to throw that up there. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on Facebook, go ahead. Give comments away. Just throw it out there. See what happens. You're on live Twitter, Facebook, Vimeo, everything. Oh, I got somebody coming to me right now. One of my announcers is freaking out right now. I'll be right back. Hey, refrain from the language on Facebook. Who just took off their mic?
I had to walk up. I already told you, man. I can't read things
Brother,
like
where's
that.
your glasses at, man?
I can't see them. I told you. When they
diabetes. It just, come on,
Yeah,
man.
it messed my eyes up.
I know, man. But looking, I can't. What was the name of that rabbit that was a vampire? You remember? You do.
Banicula?
I couldn't say it. I was going to get fired if I said it.
Yeah, don't say anything bad.
No. Hashtag cancel Bo on that part. I got on that part. But
Are they throwing people out?
they are. Did he just say we got to go? I think he did. I think he said we got to go. I mean, that's the sign. When you get 2 thumbs behind your head, we got to go. Okay, I mean, if I'm doing that and I'm around a crowd of people, give 2 thumbs up. Craig, I need you to haul butt. Grab the stuff. Let's go.
We've done that before.
Yeah, we have. I smell gunpowder. No, everything's fine. Just keep going.
So, I mean, it looks like nobody's left the field.
No, they're going to I think they're going to start off at overtime. We're going to see.
Be interesting to see who's playing where.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that, but I also know the Dukes are going to play the Seahawks, and that's all that matters. So, gentlemen, I want to take it over to y'all, and I'm going to go talk with my producer on the ground, live in action. From where? That's George Pierce Park. From where? Swanee, Georgia. What did it say? Y'all got to get the announcers fired. Y'all going to get the announcers fired. I'm reading the quotes. Why are we going to get the announcers fired? What did we do?
Well, I don't know. Now that we're looking at this.
Oh, no. They're starting back 1:11 on the clock, guys.
It doesn't look like they're going to be going overtime.
1:11 on the clock.
All right, so 1:11 on the clock, and I guess they called all the penalties against Capital City?
Well, I don't know, because if they would have called all of them, wouldn't they have added up?
Sometimes there's creative officiating in these games.
Why the announcers got them dead? Got me dead. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we like to say, hey, everybody's got a right to plead their case. We got the Dukes versus the Seahawks. We've been here since, man, how long y'all been here? 12:30, 12:45?
12.
I mean, we rolling in 6-7 hours of ball games. I'm up for overtime. I mean, OT is what my name is. I mean, I'm overweight, so I'm more of an OW, not an OT. But I'm okay with that, too. Wouldn't it be wonderful if they scored a touchdown right now?
I don't think it would.
Do you think it would just freak everybody out?
I think everybody would lose their mind.
Y'all going to make me lose my mind up in here? Where? Up in here. All right, gentlemen, let's take it over. I'll be quiet. Y'all got the call. Go ahead.
All right, 1st and 10. I'm going to throw the quick screen out here. Out of bounds. Oh, they're going to roll the clock.
Inside, inbounds. That's Cornwell again, and he opened the game with 2 consecutive catches and then has been pretty quiet ever since. I was wondering when they were going to go back to him, and they're able to get there.
Got to speed up.
Trips formation, rolling out, finds a man. Oh my goodness.
And that's what we're talking about.
Dangerous throw, very nearly taken the other way. That was 25, Eddie Robinson, who stepped in front of it.
Hey, Facebook announcer said we need a beer and a cigarette. I don't smoke, but I take what we call an IPA, something that's above 9%, if you can find it. Go ahead, Craig.
Man, you're killing me.
I know, brother. It's part of my job. It's what I do.
All right, so 3rd down and 8 right here. I mean, right now, if you're Cincinnati, you gotta be thinking, is it worth it?
Yeah, well, they ran the clock on that 1st down play, so we've got to be under 45-ish. Clock stopped there on the incomplete, but
it ran for a while because they weren't really hurried up.
trips motion now back out. Oh, caught him in the middle. And, you know, I was thinking about this earlier with respect to player of the game. And no one really, other than Riggins, if they had been able to score, has stood out as for an individual effort. But Lawrence Miller right there made that tackle. And you said it before. It was the Lawrence Miller tackle to start the second drive for the Dukes that really set the tone and changed the tone of the game for them defensively after that opening drive. And I mean, they haven't really given up much of anything since then. I think he's as good a candidate as any, and he made that tackle there, which
I thought
if he doesn't make that tackle.
I thought that was about to be the inside throw and then a lateral back to the guy running the other way. I was thinking, Boise State, here we come. But right now, you know, if you're, you know, I hate to say it this way because it goes against everything that I think about playing football. You know, if I'm, you know, Capital City right here, I play with 3 safeties, and I funnel everything to the middle of the field.
Yep.
And, you know, I'm definitely trying not to get beat deep. There's no way you're going to throw the ball over my head. So, I mean, I just, you know, right now there's no reason to have anything but, you know, safeties all the way across.
Yeah. And kind of they're not very deep to start. They roll it down toward the trips.
So they're going to get on the ball and hurry right here. But everybody's down the field, so it's going to take a while. So now we're at 3rd down. So this will be interesting right here. Do you roll out and try to set up the Hail Mary, throw it into the end zone? With everything we've seen in this game, it wouldn't shock me one bit if the Hail Mary hit and that was how the only points were scored.
They could just as easily throw it for the Hail Mary and have a pick six go the other way 106 yards.
And that would be more fitting for the defensive game.
I mean, we've got a down marker that's broken.
I mean, what can you do about that?
Never seen that before. So it's most likely the last play of the game. To the end zone, incomplete. And we'll check and see. And I do believe that that is going to end things here in the 4th quarter.
So we will get to overtime. Overtime in a 0-0 game.
All right. We'll work on a couple of Miss Barrett, who's our producer on site. She like overtime. I'm like, all right, it's on. All right, so we'll have a little fun getting things around here. Talk to us a little bit about college overtime rules that you're aware of. Craig, go ahead and go first.
We're going to start at the 25. Each team gets a possession.
And it's just first down, second down, third down,
No,
correct?
you can get a first down. You can get a first down at the 15. You can get a first down at the 5, assuming that you get 10 yards exactly. The drive, if you get the ball first and you were to throw a pick six, I think that ends the game.
It does.
Because it's
A defensive score does end.
So you get a chance. If you score on offense, the other team gets a chance to match the score. And you really prefer to be on defense first. After the first overtime, you can kick the extra point. Second overtime, you have to go for 2. And then the third overtime is just 2-point conversion plays. You get a ball at the 3 and you run 1 play. And that's how, you know, you decide the winner in a college overtime scenario.
We could have ourselves a 2-0 game.
Absolutely.
Winner. 2-0 winner.
I mean,
We could have a 2-4 winner.
well, we
Could you
did
imagine a 4-2 game?
one time we called a game, and at halftime the score was 4-0. The final score was 6-4. And there were 5 safeties. We did like 3 games that day. There were 5 safeties in 3 games. So we became Score Sports, home of the safety.
So after the coin toss, didn't see a signal of who won the toss.
I think Capital City is on defense.
Well, the way that this one is going, you normally want to play defense in overtime anyway, but
Yes.
so something that really jumps out at me, excluding the kneel down
Yes.
to take us into halftime, there have been 11 possessions in this game total.
And no punts.
No punts.
No punts and no points.
Capital City has possessed the ball only 5 times, and Cincinnati has possessed the ball only 6 times. 3 in the first, 3 in the second. Capital City had it twice in the entire second half.
So where are they putting
Well, we're
the
going to
ball?
put the regulation stats up here in a minute. I want to put it up so because y'all are talking a little bit about it. And Teddy, I gave Teddy a nickname, man. Jennifer, you're in charge of that. Give me a Teddy a nickname here. Right now, this is what the halftime stat or the full game regulation stats are. Pretty close.
Wow.
That's why we're 0-0. Penalties 6 and 10 could be that. Turnovers 149 to 141 total yards. The passing, the rushing is really the implicator gets that idea.
Well, that was the majority of those rush yards came when they put Riggins in at quarterback. And I don't know what their plan is, but he's got to be involved in the overtime.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
I think their offense was much more fluent and smooth when he was in there. Now, I think that this scenario favors Cincinnati more because in this part of the field, you have to be on time with the football. And they have shown the ability to be on time with the football. So you're going to line it up. You got 25 yards, and for me, without a kicking game, I mean, this right now. This is get 3 yards of play.
Tell your brothers and sisters, jump on the old Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Vimeo, any action that you have right now. We got about 600 people watching us. Seattle, Capital City, Seahawks. Not Seattle, apologize for that. Cincinnati Dukes, 0-0, going into overtime. Dukes in white, Seahawks in navy blue. Let's get going. Hoo-hoo-hoo! That almost been a pick. Oh, goodness gracious.
Another thing worth noting about overtime rules, both teams get two timeouts total, and that's for the entirety of overtime.
Yep. Receiver fell down coming out of the break right there. Almost was a disaster.
Well, it would be fitting for a defensive score to be the one that ends this.
I mean, the way the game has been played and the way that would be something that, if you're looking at it from the perspective of Cincinnati, they think they already have 2 defensive scores.
Yeah. I was just thinking that same thing. They had the interception with the inadvertent whistle.
And the questionable down by contact fumble. But, I mean, this is such a contrast from the opening game. This has been fun to
Somebody
watch.
got $100 that they go 3 overtimes and it'll still be 0-0. Who's willing to take the odds?
No, I'm not.
Come on.
I don't bet, man.
No, I know you don't bet. I mean, based on the religion that you have, I understand that. But, I mean,
I'm not going to take that.
I mean, come on, man. When you got this right here, let's look. I mean, you got this right here. I mean, look at – somebody said, he said 600 people watching, LOL, and 93 barely holding on. I understand that, man. I'm all about inflation. Don't call me out, Dre. Dre, I got Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and my producer's just laughing at me right there. I'm not talking Facebook watching, man. I got Vimeo, I got Twitter, YouTube. I mean, you can't see everything that I'm seeing right now. You know, I'm just a man trying to enlarge my thought process, man. Come on. Just hang in with me.
Now they got the 3 safety look.
Yep. And so
Goodness gracious alive.
again, what's on the line in this game is a bid to the Sunshine Bowl, which will happen on February 18th or 19th. And here we go.
First down at the 5.
I like it. I like it indeed.
There he is again, Lawrence Miller, the one making the tackle to save that touchdown.
And, you know, if you go back and look at it, the player of the game, in my opinion, for Cincinnati has been number 2.
Mm-hmm.
But the big play right there was by Cornwell again.
Yep. Darian Brown and Justin Cornwell jumped out early on as the go-to targets for quarterback Kamani Murray. And Cornwell, you know.
Got to get the play in. Got to get the play in.
All right. What's going to happen, gentlemen? Call to call. Craig, quarterback, go ahead, buddy.
Right now,
call to call. What's the
they're going to run the ball to 46 right here.
They're going to run it. Alex, what you got call, man?
I think hand it off to Dean.
Hand it off.
Got to load.
No, man,
just
it's
take
a
some
pop
people.
pass. Pop pass to the tight end, and they're going to call a timeout. Oh, Pop said, hey, Whitecap. We've seen the Whitecap for many, many years. Right now, this is your opportunity to tell me flat out what you think about the XFL. Go ahead. And you get a chance here. Season kickoff. What do you think here, man?
I'm so excited about the XFL. I thought it
Why?
was.
Why are you excited?
I'm excited because I really enjoyed the first season when they brought it back.
Yep.
It got cut short because of COVID, but I thought they had a lot of momentum. There were some of those games that were so much fun to watch. There were a lot of really good players that were getting an opportunity. I mean, we talked about it before with the semi-pro and all of these leagues and everything. It's just another opportunity for good football players to find a place to play football. And, man, I really enjoyed it. I'm so glad that they didn't
February
let
18th
that.
is going to be a huge game. Huge weekend for us.
I'm so glad that they didn't allow that derailment to completely shut the league down a second time. And they're getting it geared back up. And I mean, it's football in February, March, and April.
Yeah, you definitely can't argue with that. And especially that you have USFL as well. That's going to get started up right now. All right. Both y'all called run. I called a pop pass. They called a timeout. Let's see what happens. And somebody said, I'm waiting for the old school shovel pass. Oh, he's going for the pass. He's going for the wide open end zone. He fell down. Did he hurt his ankle?
They were false start. That was a false start on that play, too. And they sure didn't throw that flag. They were like, nope, not going to throw a flag in case they score. I can go ahead and tell you right now.
Okay, all right. Andrew Turner, brother, breathe. Breathe, Andrew Turner. Wish that drone could fly to each sideline and take both coaches' play calling sheet because it ain't working. Andrew, I appreciate it, brother. You're bringing the heat on that part. That was good. Enough that I'm going to respond to it. I got everybody pointing to it.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is. It's on that part.
That's great.
That's why I'm leaving the Dukes.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm leaving this. I mean, we're going to stay with this for a little bit because you on Facebook, y'all, you already called out and said, hey, there's only 91 Facebook people watching. We got 33 on Vimeo. We got 62 on Score 58, YouTube, and so forth. But, I mean, it all adds up to 600. That's what's important.
Oh, we threw it right to him.
Oh, yeah, 4 overtimes.
There was a guy standing in the slant lane that never moved, and he threw it. All I could see was him throwing that ball catchable and it being 100.
The drone. Okay, first of all, Billy, don't you lose my number, okay? Because I'm not anywhere without you.
Okay, Phil.
Okay, you can call me Mr. Collins if you need to, Adam. The Dukes, they have the right team name. I'll tell you that. I don't understand that. Explain that.
Not on the air, brother.
You're going to have to tell me afterwards that my intelligence level is dropping.
Oh, wow. So 3rd and goal from the 5. I cannot believe they didn't hand the ball off 46.
Both they've thrown twice. Are they related to Arthur Smith?
No, they're not.
Okay, I'm just asking questions. Either that or
Who took?
Okay.
It's going to be Capital
Capital
City
City.
with the
All right,
timeout.
on Capital City. All right, with that, I'm going to be quiet here. I'm going to let you take the call right here and give our last sponsors reads here because we're hoping for an ending of the game. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, we also, of course, want to thank our sponsors, Capital City Design, Sports, and Apparel. It's a sportswear company in Fort Washington, Maryland. They offer great quality products and great customer service to include designs for the lowest prices around. Everything is fully custom and designed uniquely for each customer. We will work within your budget to cover all your sports and apparel needs. They offer customized apparel such as football uniforms, tracksuits, polo shirts, compression shirts, and many other apparel items to supply your team. Capital City Design, Sports, and Apparel, bringing quality and affordability to the game. And, of course, we want to thank our other sponsor, HMG Sports Marketing. It's the sports marketing division of the Hannah Marketing Group, which specializes in sports and entertainment throughout the globe. Special shout-out to HMG Sports Marketing for getting engaged on Facebook as well in the comments section. Want to give our appreciation to all the sponsors for the Score 58 Network. 3rd and goal from the 5.
Somebody explain the Dukes to me. I now understand.
For the 3rd straight play.
Oh, it's 3 straight. Both of y'all said run, run, run. I mean, it was first down, run the ball.
I mean, anybody that knows me knows that.
And you're a passer.
I wake up and throw the toothpaste on the toothbrush.
You do, and you don't hit it most of the time unless, I mean, there's somebody else to hold it. I understand that, buddy.
Wow.
I have to say
that was
man.
excellent.
It was.
But the fact is that you got down to inside the 5.
I bet $100 he fumbles.
Jeez.
Come on, Facebook, breathe. Okay, we got you on there. Well, I'm going to have to take y'all off here if y'all get.
I mean, there's not much left.
Best when somebody said Duke, and they said because they Dukies. And I didn't understand that, and they helped me out. So both of my producers over there, and they're just shaking their heads.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go.
Last thing that you want right here is someone that doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah. Hike the ball. They're going to run it.
Ooh, they brought Brown into the slot.
Yes, they did.
They're going to run it. No, they're passing it.
Throw the
fade again.
No way.
Change over on downs.
And so now Capital City has a chance
Do you just
to
kick a
win
field
the
goal?
game. I don't think they can. If they would have kicked it before halftime.
Okay. All right. I appreciate Johnson.
And here's the thing.
Hey, a side note here before we do this, and before we say, hey, this, I want to remind everybody here in this crazy world, we got a Sunshine Bowl selection show right after this game. It's going to be about 15, 20 minutes after the trophy presentation. We're going to bring on Jim Crowell and Shawn Woods. They're the individuals that pick the teams. We're not going to be talking, so we'll take a pause and give our final results here. But they're going to tell what this 6-game matchup is going to take place on February 18th and 19th in Miami, Florida. Stay tuned with us, but we will go off the air and come back on the air. So when we cut off, don't freak out, okay? We're going to come right back where you're watching us. So just stay with us, refresh your screen, and let's get started again. Just allows different times and places. Here we go. We got the Seahawks. I'm going to let everybody kind of talk. Y'all doing a good job. We might need to bring y'all in as announcers. Not that I want to fire my 2, Alex and Craig, but y'all doing a good job.
Yeah.
Would
really
have
looking
ran a
forward.
draw. Yeah, I'm with you.
Really looking forward to that selection show going to happen on Monday after this game is over.
Be
So
quiet,
they've
buddy.
made a change at quarterback again.
It's just
Yep,
7 o'clock,
Wilson.
man. Be quiet. We said 7:30 was the selection show. Usually it's a 3. Oh.
Wilson rolling right.
Got the flat route open.
No, they cannot connect.
Oh, I know he got rid of it.
Fire the OC. That was trash. Okay, brother. Okay, you got to take a deep breath.
I mean, I hear that every Friday night.
I know. Yes, I'm feeling like y'all couldn't really,
I mean, I relate. I'm not. These are just things that are everyday.
Hot trash, man. High school team, that'll do them in. It's like a high school team. It'll do them in. Okay.
I was wondering if he was going to go back
Again with the passes.
with Riggins and kind of let him kind of open up the run game right here.
Yeah.
But I think going back and using Wilson, I think he trusts him in the passing game more.
Number 5 on the stumbling, rumbling all the way to the sideline.
He's going to be tackled for a 2-yard loss.
We do appreciate everybody tuning in over the past 8 hours here on. It's been 8 hours, man. I brought y'all in at 12 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. I got Colbert shaking her head at me going, yeah, we've been. And I got people on crew that was going to one location, and I called them. I was like, hey, man, we at another location. They had to pack up and go to another location. I don't even want to talk about how that feels on this part. But they made it there for kickoff. That's all I can ask. Everything else is good across the board. We got watch football on a Saturday night, and it's still not 8 o'clock. We haven't missed the Jaguars-Titan game. But I will say this. The team that was playing the Kansas City Chiefs over the Las Vegas Raiders, they're beating the heavens out of them right now.
Oh.
The Chiefs said, no, we're going to be the 1 seed. You're going to have to come through Arrowhead for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
3rd and 17.
Hey, announcer, show them stats. What stats do you want me to show there? Who's this? Demi Rossum. 6 total yards. We're not going to show stats of the overtime, but I'm just not. I can show the stats of the final game, the final thing, but we'll show the stats of the final game because Teddy, he's not a teddy bear. Robertson, he'll get it taken care of for it. No lies detected.
3rd and 17, man. This is not what you wanted as Capital City because now you've got to put the football in harm's way.
Yeah, back to Dukes.
Drew Carroll, 290 is generous.
Okay, so look, you got to look at.
Oh my goodness!
He's wide open.
Oh no!
No. 82, other sideline. You're going to the white team. I apologize, brother, but you're going to the white team. I think you slapped the ball down.
Oh my
Look,
word!
I got a former football high school player that's only been out for about 3 years based on contracts and laws, and he is standing up in this chair right now.
Wow.
Lord, yeah.
Keto Wilson, number 82, the intended receiver on that one.
One guy goes. Somebody said, "Man, 290 total yards between both teams is crazy." He said, "That's drone yardage." Absolutely awful. He dropped it.
Man.
2 words. How do you drop a wide open pass? What the?
Yeah. Man, that hurt my heart to watch.
I did. Nothing worse. I don't want a Lucas pass, and only us.
Whoa, Wilson.
No.
Out of bounds. And
Tom Hanks
What
was
a
not able to
play,
wait
though,
to
from
make the
Wilson
catch.
to evade and give his team a chance on that 4th down play.
So now, all right, so first overtime's over.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then they
So
decide.
now
who gets
Capital
the-
City gets
Yeah.
the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Well-
just start over.
Hold up. Does Capital City or do they make the decision? It doesn't flip. If it's if it's college, they can decide who gets what. Correct?
No, if you start on defense, then it's just like you started on defense first, and then you got to stop, then they stopped you, then they get to choose, and now they're on defense.
Craig, they said FanDuel needs to go ahead and avoid this game out. That's brutal, guys. We're on the second overtime. Just enjoy that we get to witness 2 overtime. It's like a penalty kick in soccer. Okay, even though that's a Russian sport.
Stop.
What? I mean, hey,
Stop.
hashtag too soon?
Stop.
No, don't tell me to stop.
No, penalty kicks actually score.
I appreciate that, brother. That was good, man. Hey, good job. Hashtag old sayings. Is Adam Collins here or is it just me? Okay, here we go. So nobody's got a kicker. Just that I'm just reading. Burgundy Boy Brad. Burgundy, I love you, brother. That's a good statement, man. I'm going to stay with you, man.
Justin Leitz, we are in double overtime.
And we've changed quarterbacks.
Here comes Riggins.
They're going to run it on the
Why?
corner. Yeah,
Why
he got
have
the
we
corner.
not been doing this the entire second half?
It's almost like someone said that at the 25, you play 11 on 11, it gives you an advantage. You went from 4th and 17 and turning the ball over to gaining 8 on first down, or whatever they call it. Yes, 6. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. But you can hear. But
Hey,
see,
I'd
here was
like to accept this trophy
But
on the behalf of Craig and Alex. They said the commentators need the MVP trophy. What I did was I drank a lot of – okay, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
and here's the thing. Like, we said it before. Michael Wilson has played a good game at quarterback
hasn't done
for Capital
anything.
City Seahawks.
he hasn't done anything
He
wrong.
hasn't gotten any help. He had a wide open touchdown dropped.
Absolutely.
And Riggins has just come in and given them
Oh,
such
my
a different
word.
dynamic. And almost just threw
I
that
mean,
one away.
He was trying to save the down.
Yeah.
But you got to get that one out of bounds. But here's the thing. You don't put him in a situation like that. The first thing they said when he came in the game was don't rush upfield.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why the run game was so much more effective when he was in there, because they were sitting and watching him. That would have been a perfect down to run the same gut dive that they were running in that last drive before the half, because you keep them spread, and the middle of the field right here is where you need to attack. And that's what they did in that drive. It's 3rd and 4 right here. And that's a first
They're
down.
going to get the first.
They're not going to rush upfield. They're so afraid of him getting to the edge. They're trying to play Red Rover, send the quarterback right over. And by doing that, they've completely demoralized and taken away their run defense.
Mm-hmm.
Run the football at them right now. The personnel on the field has created an avenue for your running game. Take it. I can hear people in the stands trying to talk about kicking the field goal. I can hear it.
Here comes Riggins.
Quarterback draw. Got to get upfield. Oh, they're going to call it back.
Oh.
You could have put that flag in your pocket.
All
So
right,
the
gentlemen.
ball is at the 7, or the flag is at the 7. So that'll back it up to the 17. So it'll be, what, 1st and 15? Because it was 1st and
10 from the 12.
Y'all doing a great job calling
Man.
this game, man. Pop is hanging in there. He's been for 2 games.
I'm going to say this. Pop's done a heck of a job today.
He does, and I appreciate that. If I ever get to be on the field undisciplined, they couldn't be a game. Yeah, shaking my head. I understand that. Don't put the F out there. Just say shaking my head, okay? Because you got to say shaking my.
Stop it.
You got to have 2
Stop it.
M's. And,
Stop
and then,
it.
Okay, I'm sorry, my brother.
Stop it.
I love that you, because you know what my brain's thinking. man.
Yes.
I know.
Stop it.
I know. Well, we were. My mistake is I'm tired.
Run.
Come on, get in there.
Ball. Oh.
They already blown the whistle.
And now we got a player
All right.
down.
Hey, Duncan, I appreciate your honesty, buddy. Okay. But is it bad or is it just good defense? Craig, go ahead. You can be honest right now, man. Is it bad or good defense?
Bad.
Okay. Alex?
I would disagree.
I like that about you, buddy.
We said
That's the
they
hardest.
They haven't played. Neither one of these teams have played particularly bad offensively. There's been some bad play calling, and there's been some bad personnel decisions.
Yeah.
But both of these teams have been playing very good defense when they've needed to. But there have been flashes of offense from both of these teams all throughout this game, and they just haven't been able to finish.
Okay.
And by flashes, you mean like lightning?
No, I mean everybody has thunder. I mean, it's what you look at on that part. So,
I mean, and when I say it was been bad, here's the reason why I think that there hasn't – the plays that have been successful, they haven't gone back to.
No.
And, I mean, there was a speed out that Capital City threw to the slot for about 14 or 15 yards, and we haven't seen it again. So now you got 2nd down and 14, or 2nd down and 12 from the 14.
7:08 Eastern Standard Time. Seahawks in the navy, the Dukes in the white. One team from Maryland, a.k.a. Washington, D.C., because they're called Capital City Seahawks. And the other one's in Cincinnati. They're known as the Dukes.
You caught me off guard with there.
You didn't
No,
see where
when
that
you-
was coming?
No, when you said Seahawks in the Navy, I was like, what did we just start talking
I
about?
know. I throw things out there when I
was
need
like,
to, buddy. It's
Okay.
all right, man.
Middle of the field is wide open. Oh,
Mr. Duncan first says, man, the whole game's been trash, but you've been watching it. So just engulf it and understand. Act like you're watching an Atlanta Falcons football game. Understand that everything's okay. Don't use the word trash. Understand the word is development. And what we do here we're in the state of Georgia. We got one college team going for a national championship. We got one college team that's transitioned from a coach. And we got a pro team that is –
they can run the football, baby.
buddy, they can. I look forward to tomorrow against the Buccaneers, man.
That was Georgia Southern is not transitioning to.
I love you, man. Hail Southern. Take a deep breath. What we going to do here?
Touchdown. That's a great play. Kept the play alive. Scores the touchdown.
Is that ball game?
That is not ball game.
Not.
But I love the fact
Cincinnati's
that
got a chance.
I love the fact that the receiver for Capital City got off the field before he took his helmet off.
Yeah.
DJ Moore could learn.
I know. No, he can't. I don't need him to learn. We wouldn't win the game.
No, but
But that was a good throw and catch. Where did that come from?
well, it came from the ability right here and what we've been talking about with Riggins being able to escape, get out, and you can only cover for so long. But they did a great job of following him when he scrambled out to his right. They followed him, and then he did a great job of getting his shoulders turned and getting his momentum going down the field. He threw a strike, and they caught it. So now this is biggest play of the game right here.
Now, why do you say it's the biggest play of the game? Go ahead, Nick.
Because the score was nothing
Did
to
you call
nothing.
me pudding?
No, I did not.
You didn't call me
said,
pudding.
No, sir.
I think you called me pudding.
Absolutely not.
Come on, man.
The
You did.
score
I think you
was
called me
nothing
I
to
asked
nothing.
Jennifer and Cedric. They said that you called me pudding.
Well, they're wrong.
Okay, I need a snuggle later. Here we go. 13. What's he going to do right now, gentlemen?
He's going to run.
I appreciate that. Oh, in the corner.
Should've
Did he
run.
get? No.
No.
Okay.
And that was the reason why I was saying this was the
Can I get
biggest
some
play.
points up on the scoreboard there, man? Cedric, we've been double zeros the whole time, brother.
That was the point.
Can you get me 6 up there? You give me an 06? Why you give me 06, man?
Hey, that's the year I graduated.
No, I'm a 007. Yeah, all right.
Oh, you guys.
You paid this guy Chick-fil-A in cash, and the only thing you do is get 006, man. Lord have mercy. Here in the Dirty Bowl, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be – stay with us because this is the final series, whether we like it or not. Unless, Alex –
Unless Cincinnati scores and then doesn't get the 2 points.
but if they scored it and then we had that one last play, God.
And Cincinnati's
we've
got to run.
increased
We
our
haven't run a
viewers.
trick. Nobody's run a trick play today. We've had this offensive game of hitting your face against a brick wall and bleeding, and no one's
Have you
tried
ever
to
hit
do.
your face against a brick wall?
I actually have.
I have too, but I mean,
It was called a dugout, and I ran into it in college.
Somebody didn't say, "Hey,
No,
hey, pitcher, don't come towards us."
no, I dove for a ball.
I know, man.
It was not fun.
Diving for a ball as a pitcher for.
I was second baseman.
It's all right, man. It's a dove. I mean, you got to help people out. Here we go, man. First,
You got to be kidding me.
did he catch? No.
No.
Okay, I'm freaking out.
Great job.
I know.
Hey,
and
that's
there's Flowers on
Flowers
in
playing
defense.
man-to-man in phase.
87,
Nice
man.
job.
Did you see him lock in? Okay,
I mean-
so when I finish a workout next week, I'm just going to put the seatbelt sign on. When I get done, I'm just going to I'm locking in right there. Okay, I got to cut off. I was told not to say that again. I'm sorry. These younger people, man, they help me out, man. They bring me guidance. Being 48, I don't know what my guidance is sometimes.
So you haven't been 48 for 2 decades. Come
Okay,
on now.
brother, be nice, man. The white is just white, okay? I'm Santa Claus in disguise. Here we go, man. 2nd down and 10. They can get a first down. They have to get where? Correct?
To the 15.
To the 15. They're on the 25.
I mean, they also had 4 plays from the 5 last time.
Why, you got to bring negativity. Come on.
That's grounding.
That's fumble. Get on it, big man.
Grounding.
Oh.
That's intentional grounding, which is going to put the ball back.
No, I don't feel like it was it's incomplete pass. It's not intentional grounding. To me, it was a forward pass.
Yeah, but he's not out of the pocket, and it didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
No, Pop needs a hug. Somebody go over there and just, if they hug him, he'll call off the play.
Well, it's going to be a loss of down, which will make it 3rd down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're really thinking Capital City is going to be victorious.
Capital City is they're sitting right there.
They're sitting at the top of the city.
But I did watch a college football playoff game one time where it was 2nd and 26.
All right, Georgia and Alabama.
Why'd you have to do that?
He did, buddy.
Because you're the one that said that Georgia Southern wasn't transitioning.
I know, Georgia and Alabama. And he's a Tech. I got a Southern fan and a Tech fan.
No. Hold on. No.
Go ahead.
You got a Tech fan and a Southern alum. Let's
there
get
you
it
go.
right.
Yeah. But I'm a Tech fan. The best was that, I went to the Georgia-Ohio State game. I'm not a Georgia fan. I know that. I brought my pops. We had a wonderful time.
It was a heck of a game.
It was, and that's what we wanted to see. I wanted to experience what 80,000 fans would look like in the Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, I bet it was loud.
Oh, brother. You couldn't hear the PA, and the PA speaker was right in front of us, man. It was crazy.
It'd be nice to have that on a Sunday
or
a Monday or a Thursday.
I can't wait.
One day.
It will.
One day, ladies and gentlemen.
And it has. Every time, one day, these things are cyclical.
You're right. It'll happen one day.
I'm going to cut your mic. I'm sorry. I'm
the
cutting
Super Bowl played at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
I'm cutting his mic right now.
All right.
Craig, it's just me and you, brother. I'm not listening
Empty.
I'm back up to you.
2nd and 20. Or 3rd and 20.
Catch made.
Did he say he catch it? Yeah, he caught it.
I hope he's all right.
He's fine. He's just like, I caught the ball. Does everybody be okay? Get away from me.
So it's going to be 4th and 10.
Hey, we had the Georgia Falcons.
Who had the interception in the end zone.
Side note, the Falcons, Georgia Falcons, we had a chance to watch them in time. They're playing at Anderson Park tonight against a team out of state. I couldn't tell you where it was. Somebody just reached out to us asking if we were streaming it. So make sure you look on YouTube or Facebook if you're looking to watch that. That kickoff is at 7 o'clock, about 15 minutes ago on that part. We do have a couple of games here on the Score 58 Network. If you're watching us on the 58 Network, we have some games next week, next Sunday and Monday. And then we have a Hilton Head Sharks action the following Saturday, and then things are just going to happen very quickly.
And speaking of happening quickly, we've got 4th and 10 now.
And they got quads, buddy. They got quads.
Going to shot to the end
That's
zone.
it.
And that is the game.
Capital City's victorious. Raise your hands up, ladies and gentlemen. Put them together. Enjoy it. You know, y'all both were calling overtime.
Lawrence Miller made the 3 biggest plays of the game.
Yeah, 2 touchdown-saving tackles and 1 early on that set the tone for that defense. But I think player of the game has to be Derico Riggins.
He was the guy that changed the complexion of the game.
It was, and again, Michael Wilson had a good game, but he didn't get any help. And so when he didn't get help, they went to Riggins, who didn't need any help.
Well, Riggins, that extra dynamic of being able to get out and make plays is what won them the game.
Yep.
Because there were 2 free rushers right up the A-gaps, and he spins out and finds the receiver in the end zone for the game-winning touchdown pass.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, stay tuned with us. There'll be a trophy presentation. We will stay with this for just a second here. See when we get the final stats of the game. We got the selection show starting. We will end the stream and start it back. So if you're watching it on the old Sunshine Bowl page, make sure you refresh. if you're watching on any other pages, just refresh. We're going to come back here live and bring in Jim Cromwell and bring in Shawn Woods and talk about who everybody's playing and where for the Sunshine Bowl, February 18th and 19th in Miami. Thank you so much for participating and tuning in with us. Y'all have been such a wonderful audience. I appreciate that. And to bring y'all into the Facebook world, sometimes that's scary, as my producer bowed her head in when we first brought y'all in. Y'all brought some bad words in, and y'all been able to curve yourselves a little bit, and I appreciate that. Stay with us. We'll come back on this channel. Thank you so much. Craig, Alex, last thoughts of the game. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Well, I mean, it's a 6-0 double overtime victory for Capital City, a defensive slug out. You know I'm going to be happy about watching that. It was, like you said, it was the play of the safety, Lawrence Miller, that just it changed the whole complexion of the game, and then that was the tone the rest of the way. And you know I love seeing a defensive player make a play like that.
I know you say that, but look at the stats. Craig, what do you think about the stats, rushing stats?
Did they have stats?
They did.
Oh, okay. Minus 2 yards
No,
rushing.
no, but look at the total stats.
I mean, they're not good.
No, but it's 169 versus 169.
Noise.
I mean, it's rough.
I mean, it's about what that game looked like.
And it's the comments on Facebook, and I understand that, gentlemen and ladies and children of all ages. Y'all have done a great job, of giving your personal opinion, but also tell me about what they go through to do this. Alex, give us the theme of why the Dirty Bowl exists, 7th annual, but also the Sunshine Bowl exists. Go ahead.
Well, did you know that there are, according to the Semi-Pro HQ, over 1,000 teams in the United States alone that refer to themselves as semi-pro, minor league, professional development, senior amateur, or adult amateur in over 60 different leagues. Players usually have played high school or college ball, and they want to continue competing after their eligibility has been exhausted. The vast majority of these players do not get paid to play. They truly compete for the love of the game. They purchase their own equipment, pay for their own transportation, lodging to and from games and home game expenses, etc. This often overlooked level of football is the reason we decided 20 years ago to bring the champions, runners-ups at all of their respective leagues together in one super extravaganza, thus the Sunshine Bowl Super Weekend. We see firsthand the dedication, determination, sacrifices, and injuries these young men endure just to pursue their dreams of playing at the next level, and for some, this is the next level. With them in mind, we wanted to make the public aware of these players and showcase their tremendous athletic abilities and quality of play. So on February 18th and 19th, 2023, please be sure to tune in for the 22nd Super Weekend series of Spring Championship Bowl games for a total of 6 minor league games at the Sunshine Bowl Super Weekend.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, children of the jury, for all those people out there on social media saying, hey, those stats are terrible, hey, if you're a defensive player, imagine what you feel like right now because you were able to stop these teams. Don't look at it. Well, I know we're so offensive driven. I'm trying to be the opposite thought process of everything to say, hey, given an opportunity, y'all have done a great job. Alex, Craig, Jennifer, Cedric, on site, Joey, Maya, Dorian, and Robert. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you. Most importantly, to the teams of the Dirty Bowl to say, hey, we want Score 58 Network to bring this to you all. Thank you very much. We don't get enough opportunity to do this. We're about to get into our bulk of our season. So if you're interested in us helping out in the semi-professional world or another piece and you've watched this a little bit and you got word of it, we'd love to be able to help. The most important, we're all about streaming in this world that we live in. So step back, reach out to us. Score 58 Network, Score Sports, score58@gmail.com. Congratulations to the Seahawks. Let's get ready for our selection show. We're about 5 minutes away. We're going to start at 8:30. We're going to end this stream and start back. So sit back and enjoy and get ready for that. Take care. Be safe. And congratulations to both teams. Not only the first team that won was
the Indiana Firehawks.
But that's why I pay you the big monies, because my brain was zapped on that part.
It's also 7:30 for the selection show there.
I just said 8:30, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
All right. Well, they can wait an hour if they need to. I mean, if they're over in where?
Well,
They'd be in the middle of Atlantic, right?
Yeah,
Look at you. I love that you
Nova Scotia?
Nova Scotia. The pause, and because you got all these time zones ready to go.
Oh.
And I was like, all right, man, let's throw this to you. I mean, Melikalekimaka, man. Happy New Year. We'll be back here in about 5 minutes for 7:30. Again, for the selection show, we will be here with our voices to talk a little bit about what is occurring, and then we'll hand it over to Jim and Shawn to be able to call what these games are going to be. We'll throw them off on the screen and get ready. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Let's go! Time to get it started. It's time to stand to your feet. Competition's just at the door, hoping to serve you defeat. Coaches, get out your playbooks. Players, get pads and cleats. Fans, get out your merchandise. Make it loud as they need. Refs, get out your whistles. It's time to get it ready. Run up and down silence. Make sure the call is steady. Minutes before the action and the matchup's announced. It's time to go to war, not giving it out. It's game time. And it's Saturday night, where the old shots taken